What? Why can't you? 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 I did this. Why can't you?
Hey, welcome to a very special edition of the Bin Podcast. Breaking news, the Supreme Court has made a major decision regarding Trump's tariffs. Let's go to the big board.
An ABC News special report.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. We're coming on the air because the Supreme Court has just released a major decision involving President Trump's tariff policies and whether the president exceeded his authority with sweeping reciprocal tariffs on other nations, the centerpiece of his economic agenda. Let's get right to ABC's senior Washington correspondent, Devin Dwyer, who covers the Supreme Court for us. Devin, your thoughts?
Kira, this is one of the most significant decisions on presidential power in decades. The Supreme Court, just moments ago, in a 6-3 decision authored by Chief Justice John Roberts, invalidated most of President Trump's tariffs. 70% of the tariffs he's imposed so far in his second term here have been under the law known as the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. It was written in 1977. He claimed it gave him unlimited power to tariff any country at any level for as long as he wants. And Roberts said the law simply does not give him that authority. Congress, under the Constitution, has the power to tax Americans, collect tariffs. There's no mention of tariffs in that law, and the Supreme Court said he cannot do.
The Supreme Court checked the president's power? They said, you can't have this power, sir. Please don't hurt us. 6-3. That means some conservative justices were in on that one. That means some Trump-appointed judges were in on that one. Saying the president doesn't have unlimited power to fucking tax people. Oh boy, it's gonna be a day. I'll say hi to the people. I'll do it the best I can because I only have. It's only me right now. I tried to find Mikey, but he's out in the wild somewhere. So let's say hi to the people. We got Scott. There we go. A little bit of delay on that one. Gina.
No fucking way.
SG.
Tide goes in, tide goes out. You can't explain that.
We Shaza. This is very difficult.
I love Tesla.
What's going on? So yeah, Supreme Court told Trump, no tariffs for you. Well, most of them. Oh, and the Dark Lord Greg popping into the chat.
It can only good happen.
So Donald Trump is not having a good day. Not only did his tariffs get struck down, but yesterday it turns out the trade deficit did not shrink at all statistically. It was like 0.2% that the trade deficit shrank by, like $2 billion or whatever in 2025. So not only are his tariffs getting struck down, they never fucking worked to begin with. They never worked at all. All they did was make shit more expensive for us. So now we'll watch the rest of this ABC report on exactly what the Supreme Court said.
What he's done, Kira.
All right, Devin, thank you. Let's bring in our ABC News legal analyst and former Trump administration official, Sarah Isker. Sarah Isker. So, Sarah, your thoughts on the reasoning here?
This has been a Supreme Court that has really been shrinking down executive power. We saw them do this during the Biden administration with his student loan debt forgiveness. The reasoning here is nearly identical. The idea that presidents cannot look back to old, vague statutes from Congress to expand their own power. This, as Devin said, is a huge shift in presidential authority moving forward, and probably the most important case we've seen from the Supreme Court in decades, really putting the ball in Congress's court. If presidents want to have these big policy initiatives, they will need to work with Congress moving forward.
Sarah, thank you. Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce is at the White House for us. Mary, quite a devastating blow to the president's economic and foreign policy.
At the White House, where Trump is currently crying. Probably. Definitely.
Yeah, devastating is right. This is a huge blow to this White House and to this president. Trump, in the lead up to this decision, had said that a ruling against his tariffs would be, quote, devastating and a terrible blow to the U.S. economy and national.
Do you want to know how much of a devastating and terrible blow to the U.S. economy it is? The Dow Jones Industrial Average started down today. And after the Supreme Court tariffs announcement, it went positive. That's what the stock market thinks of the tariffs being gotten rid of. They love it. They're going to be so happy that they don't have to pay to fucking import stuff to this country. The importers. And the people and the supermarkets are going to be great because, I mean, it's not going to make prices go down, right? Once prices go up, they always stay up. The companies like their money. However, there won't be so much pressure on prices to rise. Because another thing that fucking came out today is that inflation is up again, guys. 3%. Last month it was 2.7. Now it's 3%. So, hey, maybe getting rid of the tariffs is a good thing. Maybe it'll lower inflation like Trump wanted to do originally, right? Who knows?
National security. He has used these tariffs as the main leverage, not just for negotiating deals with other foreign countries, economic deals, but also as a pressure point in his foreign policy. All of that now coming into question. He has argued that these tariffs have brought great wealth and national security to the country. The government has collected at least $89 billion in revenue from these tariffs. They could now be asked to refund all of that. There is a lot of questions about what happens to the money that has been collected so far and what happens to the deals that the president has been negotiating based off of these tariffs. What happens to other issues like, for instance, pharmaceutical prices, for which he has used these tariffs as a point of leverage to argue new deals to bring down pharmaceutical prices with other countries. So it is the ripple effects of this will be tremendous. What does it mean for the manufacturing here in the U.S., as the president has argued, has been boosted by the threat of these tariffs? Now, it does seem the president perhaps maybe knew that this decision was coming in very uncharacteristic fashion here at the White House just a very short time ago. The president is actually currently meeting with governors here at the White House, normally something that the press would be allowed to cover. Instead, the president brought in the cameras and quickly ushered the media out in a way that we don't normally see. I can tell you this, based off of the president's comments in the lead up to this, while we haven't gotten a reaction from him just yet,
probably
he certainly
throwing
is
shit and
likely
having
to
a big old fit in the Oval Office.
Frustrated and angry about this decision, Kira.
Mary Bruce at the White House, thanks so much. Well, we are definitely getting reaction. If you take a look at the big board, let's bring in our business correspondent, Elizabeth Schulze. Elizabeth, we're seeing the impact of this decision in real time.
We are, Kira. The Dow now up positive on this news. At last check, up about 130 points. They're now 180 points. You can see the market trading higher.
That was an hour ago.
Businesses have been wanting these tariffs to go away. We know that these tariffs, Kira, are a higher cost that businesses pay when they import their products from abroad. And we have seen companies all the way from big box retailers like Costco down to small businesses sue the Trump administration in hopes that if this decision happens from the Supreme Court, they can get that money back. Now, as this refund process could kick off, which is likely to be very messy and very complicated, one thing to keep in mind there is that while some businesses might get money back, that doesn't necessarily mean consumers will. Consumers who have paid higher prices for goods that have been passed down because of those tariffs have already been paying, according to the Yale Budget Lab, $1,700 in tariffs. Unlikely that that goes right back into consumers' pockets, Kira.
Elizabeth, thank you. All right, let's bring it all together with our chief Washington correspondent, Jonathan Karl. Listening to Elizabeth there, complicated, messy, even our Mary Bruce calling this a devastating blow to the president. Moving forward, the president did use tariffs to leverage many deals. What do you think this means now going forward for the president and what he's been trying to accomplish, John?
It's only me producing this today. I don't know. I couldn't get a hold of Mikey, so... this just in, and I'm gonna stay on for at least for this. So in about half an hour at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Trump is gonna have a press conference. We are gonna do that press conference live. I want to see the crazy nonsense that Trump is gonna spout, or Caroline Leavitt is gonna spout about the Supreme Court, because this was his big thing in his campaign this past election season, and his big thing all of 2025 is tariffs. Liberation Day, all that nonsense. You see the picture, you get it. Remember all that shit? It's gone now. It's gone. And by the way, Congress is already working on getting rid of the tariffs on Canada. So it's all gone now. And now he has to figure out how to fix it. Now, in the Supreme Court ruling, the dissenting justices, I believe it was Kavanaugh, Clarence Thomas, and Alito, were like, well, there's ways around it. There's other presidential powers he has to impose the same tariffs. They just have more regulation. He can't just declare an emergency and then it'll get fixed. Like, he can't just declare an emergency and then just do tariffs at a fucking whim. So there's other things that he can do. And by the way, to all the Republican congressmen and congresswomen who are like, well, they're taking away Trump's power to fight against these other countries economically, and to, so that we can have economic means to defend ourselves from other tariffs. It's Congress's power to tax. If you want to tax someone, then just fucking do it. You're Congress. You're the party in power. You don't have to have the president do your job for you, do you? Because that's what he's doing. And that was part of the Supreme Court ruling. It's Article 1. Congress has the power to levy taxes in the Constitution. And the Republican congressmen are complaining and whining and bitching that Trump can't levy taxes. They're the ones who can levy taxes according to the Constitution. So if you want to do it, then fucking do it. Don't bitch about it that oh, the president can't do it now. Daddy can't do what he wants. Just fucking, God. Grow a spine, Republicans. Grow a fucking spine.
Kira, this is both a monumental decision and, frankly, an obvious one. I mean, it seemed clear from the day that Donald Trump came out and announced his so-called
Depends on if State of the Union actually happens
on the rest of the world, or most of the world, that he was doing something that was beyond his authority as president. The Constitution very clearly, as this decision cites, the Constitution very clearly gives the power of imposing duties, tariffs, on the Congress, not to the president. And monumental because Trump's not just economic policy, his foreign policy has been largely used in tariffs. He's negotiated more than a dozen different trade deals or frameworks for trade deals. He often claims that he has achieved peace deals
That's a good little,
through the use of.
So I was right. It was Thomas, Alito, and Kavanaugh. So that means two Trump-appointed Supreme Court judges. I can't speak. I wasn't supposed to do this today. 2 Trump-appointed Supreme Court justices, Gorsuch and Barrett, ruled against the tariffs. And like, isn't that the whole reason Trump appointed these people, is so that they could rule the way that he wants all the time? He doesn't realize that, like, you can't crony the fucking Supreme Court all the time. Look at even Roberts signed on to this. And Roberts is the one that's like, that's too much. That's too broad a power for the executive branch to have. You're removing separation of powers at that point. You're taking away Congress's ability to levy tariffs and taxes, and you're just doing whatever you want. Yeah, I cannot. It won't happen. My brain's not all the way there yet.
Threatened tariffs, but he has imposed these tariffs unilaterally without congressional authorization. The authorization that he was citing was a bill, a law that doesn't even include the word tariffs. I think it'll be interesting to see how he reacts going forward. Kira, just yesterday in Georgia, he went off on this, saying that he's been waiting forever. The Supreme Court's been keeping him waiting forever, that he clearly has the authority. Now what I'm looking for is the State of the Union address, Kira, on Tuesday, when those Supreme Court justices, at least some of them, will likely be sitting right there in the front rows what he is going to say in his Supreme Court address, and will he directly address those justices that have now, in his view, have just defied him.
Well, no doubt he's reworking his speech right now. Sean Carl, thank you, and thanks.
Bro, the fucking cope. Look at this. Trump won, and there's absolutely nothing any of you can do about it. Trump just lost, man. This was his thing. This tariffs thing was his thing. The Supreme Court said, nope, ain't gonna happen. You can't just declare 92 different economic emergencies or whatever it was. It's so ridiculous. You know, speaking of which, speaking of like shit that fucking Trump is bad at, the economy. Look at this. Fourth quarter US GDP was just 1.4%. Badly missing the estimate. Inflation up to 3%. This is before the tariffs got canceled. We talked yesterday that the trade deficit is the same. It's the same as a year ago. Nothing changed except we pay more. That's the only thing that changed, is we pay more. So, come on, guys. The fucking cope is ridiculous here. Be a part of reality. The gross domestic product rose only 1.4% in the fourth quarter of last year. Trump was like, "Oh, it's going to be 4 or 5%." Nope. And the inflation, average inflation in 2024 was 2.8%. Now it's 3. Come on, guys. Let's see if we can find any more news about the tariffs here. Look at this. Did Biden make it better? Biden's not president anymore. Fuck him, by the way. We're not here to talk about Joe Biden. We're here to talk about Trump fucking things up. Let's see. Is there any like live reporting? So we're staying on until for another 25 minutes, just to ramble for a few minutes, and then we're gonna go. Trump's supposed to have a press conference at 12:45 Eastern time. So we're gonna go to that whenever it starts. But you know, let's see if we can get other reporting on the fucking tariffs here. We did ABC. Let's do. Here we go. We'll do NBC. Oh, it would be great if I turned the sound on. There we go.
Argued against the tariffs in this case before the Supreme Court.
Trump here to
and
clean
lead
up what?
plaintiff Sarah
All your money?
Albrecht.
He's
Neil,
supposed to
thank
take
you
all
so
your
much,
money from you?
for joining us there. Thank you for joining us. Let me get both of your reactions. Neil, I'll start with you.
Here we go. Everyone in the chat who's like, Trump is great, Trump is the best, whatever. This is what you want. Tread on me, daddy. That's what you guys want, man. You want the boot. You love licking the boots. Ridiculous.
Yeah, so we have a couple of statements. We won't be able to take questions. These are our first remarks. We've just seen the decision, just heard it in the Supreme Court. But today, the United States Supreme Court stood up for the rule of law, stood up for Americans everywhere. Its message was simple. Presidents are powerful, but our Constitution is more powerful still. In America, only Congress, the Chief Justice, writing for 6 justices, said only Congress can impose taxes on the American people, and that's what tariffs are. Tariffs are taxes.
That's exactly.
I am so grateful for the leadership of the Liberty Justice Center.
Hey, everyone in the chat who is like, oh, tariffs aren't a tax on us. Tariffs aren't a tax on us. The Supreme Court just said they are. The Supreme Court just said they are. So tariffs are a tax. It's like a fucking sales tax on us for goods that we import. We have to pay an extra 20% or whatever it was. That's what it is. So for all you who are like, oh, tariffs aren't a tax, The Supreme Court disagrees. 2 Trump-appointed judges disagree. The Chief Justice disagrees. So they are a fucking tax. Case settled.
And in particular, the brilliant woman standing next to me, Sarah Albrecht, who masterminded this case, who took this case when so many others were afraid to stand up for the rule of law, who was dauntless in our defense of the Constitution. I'm also grateful to the 5 small business owners who stood up against these unjust, unconstitutional taxes. By taking a stand, they have paved the way for relief to tens of thousands of American businesses and hundreds of millions of Americans across the country. Finally, I lack the words to properly thank my incredible legal team at Milbank, led by Colleen Rose-Sinsdak and Sammy Illigan, who worked with me day and night for many months to craft this.
Look at this. Look at this fucking bot. Look at this fucking bot. Yeah, you don't have the fucking tariffs argument anymore, huh? You gotta move on to other things to complain about that you're gonna lose on.
Argument. This case, in the end, has always been about the presidency. It's not about any one president. It's always been about the separation of powers and not the politics of the moment. I'm so gratified to see our Supreme Court, which has been the bedrock of our constitutional guarantees, protect our most fundamental values as they did today. Sarah.
Thanks, Neil. The Liberty Justice Center is so proud to have led the fight to this challenge and stood alongside Neil, fighting these unconstitutional tariffs that have devastated small businesses, not just our clients, but small businesses around the country. Federal courts now at every level have now recognized these unilateral tariffs imposed without congressional authorization are unlawful and cannot stand. We thank the justices for their careful consideration of our arguments, and I can't thank Neil and his team at Milbank enough for standing with us and standing on behalf of the Constitution and its separation of powers. The Liberty Justice Center work is just beginning. We intend to help small businesses navigate the next.
Guys, I don't have any control over what YouTube fucking moderates in the chat. Sometimes the YouTube just censors your stuff if you're saying crazy shit. So, and also, like, there's mods. I don't have control over them either. We gave them a wrench and they just do whatever they want. So, you know.
Steps and the process of refunds by providing help and assistance and centralized databases and information and portals. And you can visit our website to find more information. And thank you again, Neil.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
We appreciate both of you taking the time with us to react. Thank you so much. Again, Sarah Albrecht and the former acting Solicitor General, Neil Katyal, who, again, argued the case on behalf of the plaintiffs here, including some toy companies, as well as a wine and spirits importer, as well as some states that brought the case. So significant win for those plaintiffs, a significant loss for President Trump, who had claimed that the tariff.
Who's they? Who's they are for the Supreme Court? You thought it was rigged? I mean, the Supreme Court's not rigged. It's full of like Trump-appointed judges, right? But even the 2 Trump-appointed judges were like, this is wrong. He shouldn't be able to do this. And I don't agree with them giving him unlimited authority to do whatever he wants just because he's president. Right? The immunity shit, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with a lot of shit the Supreme Court does. I agree with this one.
Tariffs were incredibly important to his economic policy and to national security.
Democrats, buddy, you're on the wrong show. Ain't no Democrats here. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Obama. Fuck Bill Clinton. Fuck Nancy Pelosi. I don't know. Who else do you want me to name? Ain't no Democrats here. We're speaking the truth. We're talking about facts and reality. And clips that end way too early for no reason. So I got some live, not video reporting, but we'll talk about it. So this is like mini updates on what's going on. I'll make it bigger. So 13 minutes ago, Trump learned of the tariffs while giving a speech to governors, or he learned about this tariffs decision. According to a governor who was in the room with Trump, the president was speaking at the podium. He was handed a note that the Supreme Court tariffs decision was made. He commented on the outcome to the room, called it a disgrace, and then he left. So he is crying. He's out there fucking crying like a bitch. Like I said, apparently this was announced on X, the Elon Musk Nazi platform. Trump will hold a press conference at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Time on the Supreme Court's ruling. The White House press secretary posted that on X, the Everything app. It does not appear the press conference was previously scheduled. In the majority opinion, Chief Justice Roberts noted that the first major piece of legislation that Congress passed in 1789 was a tariff law. Indeed, tariffs are top of mind for Congress when it met for the first time under the new Constitution that year. The federal government had been weak under the Articles of Confederation with no power to tax or impose tariffs or regulate commerce. Our current Constitution gave the power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imports, and excises to Congress. So the first major bill they enacted in July was tariffs on imported goods. Funny that Congress has the power to tax. U.S. Chief of Protocol Monica Crowley downplayed the Supreme Court ruling on X, the Everything app. In one of the first public reactions to the decision from members of the Trump administration, the president has plenty of tools in the tariff toolbox. Don't be a panikin. Boy, they got slogans and terms for everything. Which is true. And even in the dissenting opinion, the dissenting Supreme Court justices said that there are other ways that he can reimpose these tariffs if he wanted. The caveat for those other ways is that those are more regulated. They're more standardized ways to impose tariffs. So he can't just do it willy-nilly. He has to go through a process. And under this Emergency Powers Act that he was imposing tariffs on, there was no process. He could just fucking think it and it would appear and tariffs would happen, right? So now he has to go through a bit more of a process. Or the fucking Republicans in Congress could quit bitching and do it themselves. It's Congress's power. It's their power. They can do it. So they could quit bitching and pass a law to imposing tariffs. That's part of their job. We got some, here we go. Here's a Republican fucking crying. Bernie Moreno, a Republican from Ohio, senator, is calling on Republicans to use a procedure called reconciliation to craft a piece of legislation to reinstate Trump's tariffs with a simple majority, the same process that the GOP used to pass the big, beautiful bill. His idea could hit a dead end in Congress for two reasons. First, the Senate has twice voted in a bipartisan fashion to undo Trump's tariffs, which is true. They just did that with fucking Canadian tariffs. Once in relation to tariffs imposed on Brazil and again for Canada. During both votes, a group of Republicans joined Democrats in passing those resolutions, which never became law. And Trump said that he has no interest in using reconciliation again. They can only use it twice in a session. So they already used it once for the big, beautiful bill. Maybe he's saving it for something else legally. Yeah, here we go. The issue is that Republicans lick his butt, and now they don't want to because the lips. Oh my God, I'm not going to read that whole thing, but you get the point. You get the point. Democrats would likely be more happy for Republicans to have extended debate in Congress on whether or not to vote on increased prices for consumers to allow Trump to proceed with his trade strategy. We talk about Canada a lot on the show because we got a few Canadians who watch, and Ollie's Canadian. He's a co-host, so we keep up on Canadian news. And a Canadian trade minister says that the Supreme Court ruling reinforces that tariffs are unjustified. I can't speak. I haven't had enough coffee yet today. Dominic LeBlanc, Canadian's top official for U.S.-Canadian trade matters, said in a post on X that today's ruling reinforces Canada's position that the IEEPA tariffs imposed by the United States are unjustified. He added that Canada is working to create growth and opportunities on both sides of the border while strengthening our collaboration with reliable trading partners and allies around the world. Reliable trading partners doesn't mean America anymore for them, and partners around the world means other people than America. LeBlanc added that Canada would still work to support businesses facing tariffs under statutes that remain in place. And that's the other thing about the Supreme Court ruling. It only got rid of the tariffs under the IEEPA law, the Emergency Powers Act that Trump was using to enact these tariffs. So some of them were enacted under other laws and other conditions, like the tariffs on, I think, steel and some other tariffs that weren't country specific. It's all the country specific tariffs that have gone away. But the tariffs on specific goods for specific reasons are going to remain. So they said it's about like 30% of the tariffs are going to remain, and the other 70% are going to go away. And once again, there are other mechanisms that Trump can use to put these tariffs back in place, or Congress could get off its ass. Let's see, what else we got? We don't care about that. Top EU lawmaker, Supreme Court ruling is a positive signal for rule of law. The chair of the European Union's Parliament International Trade Committee said that the Supreme Court ruling was a positive signal for the rule of law. Judges have shown that even in the U.S., it does not operate in a legal vacuum. They also write that the era of unlimited arbitrary tariffs may soon be coming to an end. Lang, I think it's Lang, said the European Union's Parliament will hold an emergency meeting Monday regarding trade with Trump inked over the summer. The EU Parliament has been working for months to fully implement the terms of the trade deal that would have lowered tariffs for the U.S. and European businesses. So now that this is gone, now that this Supreme Court decision has gone down, all these countries are going to have to rethink their whole fucking trade thing now, because they made deals under the assumption that they had these tariffs, and now they don't. So we got another quote from a Republican here. Republican Don Bacon, great last name, calls the ruling common sense. Bacon, one of the 6 House Republicans who recently voted to undo the Canadian tariffs, praised the Supreme Court ruling, saying the Constitution's check and balances still work. Article 1 gives tariff authority to Congress. To Congress, guys. This was common sense and a straightforward ruling by the Supreme Court. Not exactly straightforward. They didn't really say what was going to happen with the tariff money we've already collected. Like, it's still going to be a little bit weird because the Supreme Court was vague about a few things, but overall, better than nothing, better than what we had yesterday. Bacon, who's not running for re-election like many Republicans because they're tired of it, says he feels vindicated because he's been making the same argument over the last year. In the future, Congress should defend its authorities and not just rely on the Supreme Court, because the constitutional concerns I had over the administration's broad-based tariffs, I also do not think tariffs are a smart economic policy. They're not. We just showed it. Inflation is up, guys. Inflation is up on everything at an average price of 3%, right? The GDP did not meet expectations in the fourth quarter of 2025. Less than half of what people expected. The trade deficit is the fucking same it was a year ago before Trump took office. So the tariffs only just made things more expensive for us. That's all they did. They didn't help anyone in this country unless you're exporting goods. But even then, it wasn't that great because the trade deficit is the fucking same. It didn't change. Inflation is up, joiners. I'll show you. Here you go. Here we go. Inflation firm at 3%. Fourth quarter U.S. GDP is just 1.4%, badly missing estimate. So, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Well, you're complaining of the news source? This is CNBC, man. They're not some fucking liberal thing. It's the fucking market channel. If you want me to go to Fox Business, it'll be the fucking same. Are we on? We got like 6 minutes till this press conference. Ooh, 2 updates. Shipping company DHL says it will play a role in potential refunds. DHL said that it would help ensure its customers receive any refunds following the Supreme Court's tariff decision. We are closely monitoring the legal developments regarding the IEEPA tariffs to ensure our customers are positioned to exercise their full rights under the law. Now, the Supreme Court didn't say, oh, sorry, we're on the wrong screen. There we go. That's the thing I was reading. So the Supreme Court didn't say anything about how the refunds are going to happen or if it's going to happen. I think I saw in the ruling, hey, it's Mikey. What's going on, Mikey?
I'm here for my refund.
Mikey, the tariffs, they're mostly gone.
Costco tappy. Oh, wait. Take your refund check. Get over here. That's what he gonna be doing, right? He's gonna be like Scorpion on top of the White House, just sending out these refund checks.
Now the Supreme Court didn't say anything about the refunds for the tariffs, and I think I was just saying that Justice Kavanaugh, who was a dissenting justice, said that repaying the tariffs that have already been paid would be messy because, you know, like we've been saying, they haven't kept track of any of this, right?
Yes.
It ain't on the books.
It's funny you mention. I'll have to put it in the group chat here. I was up late last night because my daughter hates daytime. I'm gonna add something to the group chat and then we can bring it up on screen. Oh yes, quite, I should say. There we go.
Yes,
and
indeed.
paste. Indubitably.
Quite.
Indubable. Got myself on that one.
Man, there's people in the chat who are actively avoiding reality.
Oh, again?
I told
Guys,
them
this is a good thing. What are y'all talking about?
I told them, and I showed them an article saying that there was an inflation report today. There was the monthly inflation report, and they gave a report on the quarterly GDP for fourth quarter. Badly missed expectations on the GDP. 1.4%. They thought it was going to be 3%.
Yeah,
inflation is at 3%.
And it was at 2.4.
It was at 2.7. I think it was at 2.7 or 2.4.
So that means it's gone up.
But right? let me show you guys where they're getting this from, because you're all like, oh, it's NBC. First of all, it's CNBC. It's the fucking market channel. They don't have anything to do with NBC. It's not the same fucking place. And where
LeBron James is not going to dunk in between fucking reports here. So
right. the PCE index, which is the inflation index, right here, 2.9%, 1% higher than 0.1% higher than expected. That's the data. Go look it up for yourself. Go look at the PCE index. That's core inflation.
Let's look at this one first. Oh, this one. There we go.
I made that our thumbnail again.
So here's Harley Davidson worldwide retail sales and inventory. I wonder if someone's like tariffs and pissing everybody off. And
hold on, Mikey, one thing. I'll fucking say fucking as much as I want.
What's up with the tone policing?
Yeah, this is my channel, not your channel. I can do whatever I want.
This is his channel.
Fuckity fuck.
Like, did you think that was gonna like make us not say it? Because that would just make us want to say it more. You know what I mean?
You're in the vertical, so if you don't like it, just fucking swipe away, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Tim ain't listening to your shit today. So here, I wonder what happened in Q4 that had everyone across the earth saying, you know what, Harley Davidson, you're made in America, aren't you? Why don't you go fuck yourself? I wonder who could have been the one person responsible for this. And also, 9 million quarter one, 9 million quarter two, 27 million quarter three, and 22 million quarter four, which is a total of $67 million that Harley Davidson paid in tariffs last year. And if you look, I don't know if it's on this chart. Did I screenshot the other chart? They ran about, 50 million in the hole.
Damn. So if only someone hadn't put fucking tariffs on them, they might not be in the hole right now. So
Maybe.
Mikey, I'll let you in on this right now. We are waiting for the president to speak at a press conference.
Oh boy.
Where I assume he's going to cry at the podium.
Hey man, maybe this is it. Maybe it just breaks his little heart. You know what I mean?
So I heard that
What the
he
hell?
learned.
You know what that's for? Look. A white balance.
Oh man, they're actually doing a white balance.
That's
Wow.
a white balance, everybody. You point your camera at something that you know is a certain color. You tap the W.B. button, and it adjusts your lighting. So Trump is going to come out here looking like a pink orange monkey's ass. Very sort of.
Hey, you can't fault the White House production crew. They know what they're doing.
They actually did it. Like, hey.
Good job, guys.
Everyone looks normal. So when Trump walks out here and looks like a creature from the Black Lagoon that had sex with an orange safety cone.
So if they wanted to white balance to Trump, what color card should they have had?
Like my hoodie.
Oh, like just like an orange, like an orange tinted.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like everybody was on the surface of Mars, but
yeah.
He'd look great. He'd almost look like people. There's a cat hair on my nose, in between my glasses and my face. I hate you. I hate these cats.
This person's like, say it like you mean it. Fuck. Fuck.
Fuck.
You want me to say it in a lower voice? Will that get you going? Fuck.
Again, that's just weird. I've never gone onto somebody else's YouTube channel, gone in the comment section, like, don't talk like that. Like, I've never done that to anybody. That's weird. And I'm on the internet a lot. I just never said it because I just knew it would never happen.
So while we're waiting for this, I was saying at the beginning of the show that I found out that Trump learned about this while he was giving a speech to governors in the White House, and someone like handed him a card that was like the Supreme Court took down your tariffs, and he said it's a disgrace, and then he just fucking left.
How about now? Catch me outside. How about that?
And then this press conference was not on the books for today. So this is added. This is new. This is going to be improv.
Come on.
It's going to be the weave.
Come on. Get that cortisol pumping.
Shaza is correct.
Fuck.
I'm not going to attempt a Scottish accent, but yes. Scottish, Irish.
Is that right? FOOUCK. Folk.
Folk?
Or do they do like the feck?
I think that's more Irish. Come on, guys. Trump's 3 minutes late at this point.
He's probably, like, come on, guys. We gotta have diapers around here somewhere. What do you mean you didn't get the ones for the press conferences?
He's getting his makeup did.
Yeah, they're currently spray painting him.
Or they're shooting him up full of fucking uppers so that he can function.
Yeah, they're definitely putting a shot right directly into his flat, concave ass.
Yes, you are correct that Joe Biden is also old and feeble. We agree.
Who the fuck wants Joe Biden?
Yeah, listen, I've been fighting the fight for like half an hour trying to tell these people that they're on the wrong show if they think that we're going to agree with Joe Biden.
It's weird. I mean, you're honestly just letting us know that you reflexively love somebody and you reflexively want to, support them no matter what. So you just project that onto other people you see on the internet. It's very strange.
Someone said, they're probably not here anymore, but someone said that, like, I thought they thought the Supreme Court was rigged. And I was like, who do you mean by they? And they said Democrats. And I was like, there ain't no Democrats here, buddy.
But see, this is the thing. When you only watch Fox News as like a profession and as a cult, you kind of lose touch with the outside world. I'm sorry you can't define us, and that makes you like super upset. And then you keep guessing and you keep getting it wrong, but that's not really our fault. Maybe go watch some other episodes. You'd understand, wow, these guys are really intelligent. They're a little cursy, but they really have a good head on their shoulders and they care about people. Oh,
they don't fit my moral compass.
Dude, come on, man.
Not Newsmax. No.
I don't like drinking soda like Mountain Dew. I only drink Code Red. It's the same fucking thing, dude. It's the same fucking thing.
I don't like Dr. Pepper. I drink Mr. Pibb.
I only like Dr. Thunder from Walmart.
Look at this. Fox News is state regime media.
That's who got him elected. Okay. See, this is what I'm saying. You got some internal shit you got to work on.
Trump would go on Fox and Friends every goddamn morning and just rant at them for like 30 minutes.
Look at his fucking cabinet.
It's all Fox News hosts. Our Secretary of Defense is a Fox News host.
A weekend host.
The weekend guy. The guy who got drunk all the time.
Some are reporters, not actors.
Yeah, some are. I mean, not like, listen, if you want, all right, so if you want to know, like, Joe Scarborough is a fucking actor. Mika Brzezinski is a fucking actor.
Yeah.
Like, those guys are, yeah, you're right. You're right. Some of them are. Some of them are just people who are good on, like, every other Fox News host.
Oh, Hannity.
Hannity
is playing a character. It is so obvious. When they just, and then they just ask questions and shit like that. I'm like, do you think that guy literally walks through the fucking grocery store just, I mean, I really don't know. And Tucker, you think Tucker is being genuine, or you think Tucker is fucking, like, look at Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan is a perfect example. He knows exactly what he's doing on that show. He knows exactly who he's inviting. He is like the OG filth tabloid rumor mill paparazzi shit. I mean, look up him in the hacking of SIM cards. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know they had a whole scandal over the UK where reporters were just calling getting a celebrity's phone number, calling their voicemail, assuming they still had the default code, and then just listening to all their voicemails and just showing up at places that they couldn't have known. The fucking Princess Diana, they almost got like a divorce or whatever because she's like, why are you telling people my dark secrets like this? And the guy's like, I don't know what you're fucking talking about. Fucking Pierce Morgan and the gang had fucking hacked her voicemail and hacked her SIM card.
The Dark Lord Greg says we need to elect a metalhead someday so we can have the Secretary of Gwar.
Yo, I would love to have one of the leaders of Gwar as the Secretary of War, because they are some of, like, I know they look like horrible predator aliens, beast, orc, Uruk-hai creatures, but they're all very nice and they have like a very super loving and benevolent community. The Gwars are pretty nice to everybody that they run into.
Yeah.
They don't have any white supremacist tattoos on their chest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
Did
may
you
be
see that
gross.
he's trying to get the pastor up there?
What?
He wants his fucking white supremacist pastor to speak at the Pentagon.
Oh my God.
I mean, you take one look at this pastor, like, oh yeah, that right there is a racist. I can smell him through the screen.
I believe you were telling me the other day, Mikey, that they're still like fucking boat striking people.
Yeah, yesterday or 2 days ago now.
It's just not being reported anymore.
Right. There's your CNN. That's a liberal. Then why aren't they reporting on Trump's war crimes? Because they have to have their panel with Scott Jennings on it every fucking 45 minutes.
There's fucking Jake Tapper has to, like, Jake Tapper, maybe a journalist at some point.
He used
not
to
anymore.
be.
Not anymore.
He used to be.
Not anymore. All those fucking Don Lemon is just like Don Lemon is out on the streets doing like Billy on the Street now.
Well, he about to go to jail, ain't he?
He's about to be prosecuted. He's
Oh,
about
you thought
to fucking
you thought you could be a journalist and black and gay in Trump's America? Oh no. They're locked on to you, buddy. It'll be all right. What did he say?
Oh, he said this podcast is trash.
It's not a podcast,
Well,
it's a stream, stupid. Get out of here.
Yeah. Well, James, thanks for watching.
Anyway. Oh, look who it is. The guy from yesterday.
Oh, I wasn't here for that. I don't remember him. I left halfway through. I had to go do shit.
Yes, we are being played. What is happening?
Did they change the lighting for Trump now? I just saw that. They dimmed the lighting.
You better get a white balance.
Hey, did you notice that they like did up the press conference room? Look, that's not the way it normally looks. There's no backlighting.
Yo, did you see his like weird tie? Yesterday it was like a red into blue into thing. It was like a purplish.
Yeah.
And then it kind of looks like that same color that's in that background now. I hope this isn't his thing. It's like, we're together. Red and blue makes purple. Did you guys know that? I discovered that. Red and blue makes purple. Like he'll be doing that up for the next fucking month. What?
Here's what I like about Joiners. Joiners follows the show just to troll us.
Yeah, that's fine. Foster was trolling for a bit, but then I think he started to like, oh, this guy's not 100% crazy. He's just saying things I don't like in a way I don't like, but the things he's saying are kind of accurate.
I think it's funny because I don't think I would like hate watch a show like that, but sure.
They do that so we can't see his skin color to know if he's sick or not.
Well, they're white balancing the camera.
I told you they had to redo it and fucking lowering them lights like that. The only problem is, dude, everything else is like dripping off of him. He's like a fucking melting Frosty the Snow racist. Like it's just bad. Like you can't have clumps falling off of your shit. Like
I think press is starting to come into the room. This might happen soon.
Yep, there we go. Get that white balance.
That's really more of a manila envelope than a white
It's
piece
white.
of paper.
It's white. Because look at her shirt. Her shirt's like a cream
that's
color.
true. They should just white balance on her shirt.
But that's not white. It has to be pure white. Most people have like for the news truck, they have a big white board in the truck somewhere.
Yeah.
You just bring it with you.
Whenever I would go out and like shoot on location, that's what we would do. We'd have like a
Damn, who took a bite out that motherfucker in the corner? Holy shit.
Trump. Like, give me that.
I'm hungry. Get rid of white balance board. Yeah, dude, fucking melting people. Yeah, Rudy Giuliani with the fucking.
Oh my god,
dude! Did someone
with the fucking hair stuff melting onto his face?
When someone fucking grabbed that shit from the Fifth Element, I was like, yes. With the Zork had that blood come down his forehead when he was arguing with Mr. X or Mr. Shadow.
Question from the chat: what is this press conference about? Is it important? Trump is going to react to the Supreme Court tariffs decision. They changed the lighting again. Those fuckers, they're gonna have to white balance again.
I mean, they can try, but he's gonna fuck it up. I mean, I guess it depends on which spray paint they use, because they do have like the outdoor spray paint.
Greg watches the show.
I don't know, man. He's like a salmon fillet with the dye in there. Just saying.
Yeah, man.
And that, I mean, I wear makeup. Oh wait, no, I don't. I respect myself. But you guys love this 80-year-old who wakes up every day, puts on a full face of makeup, and then a full face of makeup for his hands, and then he puts on his compression socks, and then his girdle, and then his diapers. And you're like, what a macho tough guy. I'm like, or a drag queen. I mean, you take your pick.
Or just a sick old man.
This is sick shit.
This is sick shit.
Oh. Please, no personal cans. What the fuck?
Oh, Billy's right. We better get ready to fucking record some shit on that soundboard. He's gonna say some dumb shit out there.
He's looking down the end of his little nose.
These were the free speech advocates.
Oh man, yeah. You know, that one won't get used too often, but when it does get used, it'll be great.
It'll land with some gravity.
Blah, blah, gay sex, blah, blah, Congress. Your data, dumbass.
Well,
question from the chat: has he been stopped from using tariffs as a negotiating tool? Essentially. So, just to recap for everyone who's just joining, the Supreme Court levied a decision 6-3 against Trump's tariffs, broadly speaking, but only the tariffs that were put in through this Emergency Powers Act. No problem. 30% of Trump's tariffs roughly will stay because they're on goods and not countries, and they weren't imposed through this act. But the tariffs imposed on countries specifically for, quote, negotiating tools.
Trade imbalances.
Right. Those are gone. Say bye-bye to them. They left. The Supreme Court said that they're illegal. It violates the Constitution and the separation of powers. This is what I'm wondering. Is this going to be a press conference or a seance?
I don't know. Just everyone light your candle and hum these words, okay? Tariffs are good for the economy.
The dissenting Supreme Court justices, which were Kavanaugh, Alito, and Clarence Thomas,
of course,
said in their dissenting opinion that there are other mechanisms that Trump can use to impose these tariffs if he wanted to. They just go through an actual process.
Yo, paid off Twitler is the best. He could can paid off Twitler just ignore the SCOTUS ruling. Here's the problem with that. If the Supreme Court says companies don't have to pay, they're not gonna pay. They're not gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh well, Trump wants us to pay, so we're just gonna do it anyway. They're gonna be like, sorry, dude, the law says I don't have to, so I'm just not gonna be doing that. Hate to break it to you, but I'm not doing it anymore. I know Costco's been pissed about this, and they've been like, Judge, can you expedite this bullshit? Because if this is not legal, we need that $242 billion that we paid already. Thank you very much.
I like this one. First of all, either use letters or words. Pick one. Why would you make fun of our country meeting? Who you think you are?
This is a press conference.
Also, I'll make fun of whoever I fucking want.
What the fuck is a country meeting?
I don't know.
What do you think the government's job is? Hold on, Craig Leon, you've been brought to the front of the class. Up front, please. Up front, please. Because now you've stricken my ire, which was a mistake.
Oh, it's a meeting about our country, is what they said in a separate. Because we can, man. Freedom of speech. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
No, you can't say fuck, apparently.
You can't say fuck on YouTube. God.
The fucking snowflakes who want to cancel culture us because we're speaking our minds here. It's a political show. All politics get scrutiny. And you know what? That's pretty accurate, because there isn't a group, a segment, a party that hasn't been ripped to shreds over here. Don't you tell us to chill out. Don't you tell us to chill out. You over here acting like we're making fun of the country because we're having a country meeting or a meeting about it's a press conference. This is supposed to be adversarial. Just because you've been used to for the last, I don't know what, 12 months, 13 months, you're used to just everyone going up there. Trump, hi, just a real quick question. How come you're so awesome? Like, if you think that's fucking journalism, then I mean, you're beyond daft. You know, it's supposed to be adversarial. You're supposed to be getting hard questions. Google PMQs. I wish we had that in the States.
Oh man, if we had PMQs, that'd be great.
Every Wednesday at, I think, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning, the opposition party gets to ask the prime minister 7 questions in the UK. And it's televised. And it is a hoot. I wish we didn't have like other shit going on. It's like at fucking, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning here, so nobody would watch it. But one of these mornings, I'm gonna just fucking cover the PMQs. It is hilarious.
Yeah,
hilarious. Order.
Comment in the chat. Well, there is no election now, so what does he do now to balance the trade deficit?
You don't want balanced trade deficits. And that's the problem that him and his ilk have spread into a lot of people's brains. Trade deficits are okay. They're a part of doing trade.
Yeah.
If Tim,
every country has trade deficits with other countries.
If Tim is the king of a little island nation, and I'm in a nation kind of like the size of the US, I'm making jets, I'm making chips, I'm making Harley Davidsons and all that stuff. And Tim's got like coconuts and fucking palm fronds to make his shit out of. And he makes decorative baskets that are very popular. To be able to give me enough baskets to match the generator he buys from America, or the car that he buys from the F-150 he gets from America. He's never going to be able to sell enough baskets to keep up with the costs. So it's stupid to expect people to give you the same amount of goods you give them, especially when you're America, the richest fucking country on the planet. We're pretty richer than everybody.
Follow-up question, same person. America's in so much debt now. How does he balance things out for America? You're not going to like the answer.
Tax the fucking rich.
It's taxes.
That's how you get the money out. That's how you get the debt paid off, is you have to tax the people who actually earn the money that would actually go towards that balance. Putting tariffs on us and making us pay. I think I found on the report yesterday, it was on average $1,000 per American that they paid. Cool. Good job.
Well, here's the problem, is that tariffs were never going to make up the debt problem.
No.
Because they're outspending even the tariffs. The Trump administration has put out a $1.5 trillion deficit in the budget in 2025. That's a record.
and they only brought in 242 billion in tariffs, which they're going to have to give most of back to those companies.
Yeah. So
this was
they were
never going to work.
And they could cut government services all they want. It's not going to help. There's not enough money to cut in the government at this point to reduce deficits.
Dude, imagine I can't wait till the autopsy on this administration is done. I want to know how much money we spent on him flying down to go play golf.
Oh man, just look at the first administration. They gave a pretty good guesstimate for that because he spent every weekend down there.
I think it was $1 billion. Well, it wasn't every weekend. He would go like once or twice a month, and we were freaking out about that. It is every fucking Thursday at 4:30. He's already on the fucking. He's at Marine One, with the helicopter going in the background because he is getting on the jet and he is going back to Florida. That is crazy.
If I remember correctly, he spent fully a quarter of his presidency golfing in the first term.
It's gonna be half and half.
Like, someone's saying that Trump can't golf anymore since he had a stroke.
We haven't seen him play golf in quite some time, actually.
He's been going to the golf courses, but he's either not been actually golfing or not letting people record him golfing because he probably can't do it, man.
And are the Trump sycophants, are y'all aware that he's had mini strokes?
Or that he probably has frontal temporal dementia?
Yeah.
And he's like fucking sundowning. That's why this is happening at 1 p.m. That's why either he's going to push for the State of the Union, which is next week, to be either pre-recorded or air at a different time or not happen at all, or have it written, because the Constitution doesn't say that he has to do a speech. It could be just written and submitted to Congress.
I mean, just like the Constitution doesn't say that he has to give his tax returns, but every other president did it. So
yeah, right. No, I mean, Trump has made the 25th Amendment for sure. Trump has made a political career, and he is a politician, guys. Someone said that he's not. People voted for him because he's not a politician. He has been a politician for 12 years now.
Yeah, that ship has sailed, buddy.
He is an insider. He is the insider at this point. People want to know him, right? For all the shitty things that he does and the horrible things that he does, he holds all the cards. People want to be in his inner circle because he is the president. He is a politician.
Dasher Reynolds says he can still walk around and go in the plane and make deals, stroke or no stroke. The deal still plays. See, that's the thing. He always puts us in a position where we're back 10 steps.
Mm-hmm.
He'll do something to push us forward 2 steps, and he's like, no one's ever gone 2 steps in one administration. In your fucking face, bitches. And we're like, bro, this is still back 8 steps. He's like, fake news. It's like, no, it's counting, stupid. It's counting. He's horrible at deals. He's declared bankruptcy 4 times now. That's a deal maker. That's a successful businessman. He's got a fucking entire 1 million documents about him and the Epstein files. This guy needed other people's money. He took $100 million from the Adelsons so that he'd move the U.S. embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Like, this dude is. Elon Musk gave him $230 million to get him into the White House. Like, this guy is not good with money. People just give him money so that they could use him as a sock puppet. And that's what he's been doing.
Here's a hilarious thing. So another follow-up from Lucky Lockett.
Lucy
I think
Lockett.
this decision is going to hurt America badly, don't you think? And
No.
here is my evidence to counter that point. As soon as this was announced, the stock market turned positive for the day. The stock market loves it. Your beloved Dow will be above 50,000 again. The companies love it because they don't want to pay extra to import goods. And it's going to be better for us. Not that I'm saying that prices are going to go down, because once companies raise prices, they usually don't lower them. but there'll be less pressure on them to continue to raise prices. Your automobile manufacturers, Mikey was talking about Harley Davidson.
Yeah, I'll pull this right back up.
Anyone who imports products or pieces for their products or goods from other countries that you can't get here. You can't grow coffee here or bananas.
Okay. So they had a 20%. This is from Harley Davidson's financial report that they put out, I think 2 or 3 days ago. So they paid 20% tariffs in China, 25 in Mexico, 35 in Canada, 15 to the EU, 18 to India, 19 to Thailand, 10 to 50 for the rest of the world. And then they paid 50% on their steel and aluminum. See, this is the problem. When you try to punish Canada and you put these high tariffs on anything coming out of Canada, well, what the fuck do you think motorcycles are made out of? Fucking wood chips? No, they're made out of Canadian steel. Sorry. Well, we're gonna put a battery in the back of American steel production. You need to do that beforehand. And then everyone can just say, cool, I just won't get it from there. I'll buy this one instead of that one. He's like, you're going to pay extra if you buy your original one, and you also need to wait 5 to 10 years for the one that I have in mind. That's not a deal.
Lucky Laka says, I think prices will skyrocket. This is a mistake.
Wait,
Tim, how will reducing taxes?
Tim, wait. We got to do it. It needs to happen.
Yeah, okay.
This is for you. What's your name?
Lucky Locket.
I think it's Lucy.
Oh, sorry. Dyslexia. Lucy.
Yeah.
My apologies. My apologies.
All right, Lucy.
Lack of sleep.
Who pays the tariffs? What is a tariff? Who pays tariffs? What is a tariff? Those are your 2 questions, Lucy. It doesn't matter. We don't pay those because it's in their country. It's how their country wants to encourage people to buy stuff from their country. We don't pay those. Have you ever paid a tariff in China? A Chinese tariff? Have you ever paid it? No, because you don't live there. No, he's not. He doesn't understand how it works, and neither do you because you listen to him. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. A tariff is a tax by the home country. We put taxes on Americans, not on other people. We are the only people that can pay tariffs, despite what he says. Only
Think
us.
about it this way. Tariffs are a national sales tax on imported goods.
Typically, it's on a specific good, like Joe Biden with the fucking BYD electric cars. They were going to dump all those cars in our market for like $26,000. I wanted one. And so Joe Biden put a 250% tariff on Chinese EVs. So now it's not worth the money to send them over here. That's the point of a tariff. Putting tariffs on all of Trinidad and Tobago makes no sense. And it doesn't do that at all. It doesn't protect our markets. It just makes it so that if there was anything we were purchasing from those places, the consumer is less incentivized to do so because it's going to cost more.
Yeah.
That's the point. But if you do it to every country without a strong domestic production fleet going already, then it doesn't work. I just said that it is to protect their markets from our products. Because again, if you're a tiny island nation and the giant United States, we can take over. We can just like China can dump a bunch of stuff at a loss into a country and just totally saturate the market. People don't want that to happen to them with our stuff. It's normal. It is normal.
So for Lucy, who says that we should double check this, I'm double checking right now. A tariff is defined as a tax or duty imposed by a government on imported or sometimes exported goods and services acting as a trade barrier to raise prices, protect domestic industries, or generate revenue. Typically paid by the importer and passed on to consumers as higher costs. These taxes increase the price of foreign products, making them less competitive than local goods. They are a key tool in protectionism, an important term, a policy aimed at shielding domestic businesses from foreign competition.
Person to person nails it here. Unless you promote your own markets with incentives first, so you don't grow bananas, no tariff will help your banana production if you can't grow it at home. Exactly. That's why everybody who understands global markets is like, wait, he wants to do what? But that's not how it works. And then he's got a whole swath of people convinced that this is for trade and for negotiating and deals. And that's not how it, because the thing that you guys aren't factoring in and that Trump never factored in is people could say, how about this? Fuck you. How about that? How about fuck you and I'll buy my shit from somewhere else? If you're going to fucking put shit on me and you're going to be a fucking asshole to me, how about I just not fucking work with you? Canadian Alley Man, our brother from above the border is way out in PEI, Canada. Guess where his oranges are coming from, Lucy? Guess where his oranges are coming from? You'll never guess. Guess which country he's getting oranges from, with Florida, just down the coast from him. Guess where he's getting his oranges? And this will help you kind of understand how this shit works. I'll let him guess. I'll let him guess before I say it. You'll never guess where they're coming from.
Man, Trump is really milking this fucking press conference. He's 30 minutes late.
Good guess, but no, not Trinidad and Tobago. Further away. Further away. Where are Canadians getting their oranges? There you go, chat. There's your pop quiz on current events. Where do they come from? Where do they go? Oh, Nicaragua. Nope. Too close. Got to go further away than that. India.
That's too far, I think.
I don't know if to do. Well, it's got to be. It's not that far. I'll say that.
It's not that far. Yeah, it's definitely not that far.
Chile. Nope, not Chile. Lucy, this was your question. Pay attention. America's the biggest consumer in the world. I'm trying to prove the point to you, but you're not playing the game. Australia, too far. Florida, that's where they used to get them. They used to have Florida oranges. Greenland, the sneaky granite pushers. China, nope, too far. Yep, all the great people. Everyone wait on me. No one's sad but true. Yeah, he's pooping. I'm guaranteeing you. They're changing him at the moment. I'm gonna have to change somebody. I don't think she's up yet. There it is. South Africa. The Canadians are getting their oranges from South Africa. Does that help us in America that Canada has said, oh, you're going to be an asshole to us? Oh, Dark Lake Red real quick. The Disney Imagineers painting the doll orange. $2. Thank you so much. Turn the sound on.
Right. Sounds on.
A new record. We set a record every time. Well, thank you very much for being here.
He's so sad.
The Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs.
He's got the same tie on as yesterday.
Deeply disappointing. And I'm ashamed of certain members of the court. Absolutely ashamed
that he appointed
for not having the courage to do what's right for our country. I'd like to thank and congratulate Justices Thomas, Alito, and Kavanaugh for their strength and wisdom and love of our country, which is right now very proud of those justices.
Listen for farts, everyone.
When you read the dissenting opinions, there's no way that anyone can argue against them. There's no way.
You mean like the Chief Justice?
You mean like the other
foreign
six?
countries that have been ripping us off for years are ecstatic. They're so happy. And they're dancing in the streets, but they won't be dancing for long. That I can assure you. The Democrats on the court are thrilled, but they will automatically vote no. They're an automatic no, just like in Congress. They're an automatic
no. The 6 Democrats on the court.
They're against anything that makes America strong, healthy.
I want to see what he's going to say about Justice
and great
Roberts.
Again. They also are a frankly, disgrace to our nation, those justices. They're an automatic no matter how good a case you have. It's a no.
Yeah, Amy Coney Barrett, automatic
Can't
no.
knock their loyalty. It's one thing you can do with some of our people.
Thank you very much.
Others think they're being politically correct.
I want to check.
Which has happened before far too often with certain members of this court. And it's happened so often with this court. What a shame. Having to do with voting in particular. When in fact they're just being fools and lapdogs for the rhinos and the radical left Democrats, and not that this should have anything at all to do with it. They're very unpatriotic and disloyal to our Constitution. It's my opinion that the court has been swayed by foreign interests and a political movement that is far smaller than people would ever think. It's a small movement. I won by millions of votes. We won in a landslide. With all the cheating that went on, there was a lot of it. We still won in a landslide. Too big to rig. But these people are obnoxious, ignorant, and loud. They're very loud. And
Yo,
I think
PBS.
certain justices
I know what
are
it's
afraid
about.
of that. They don't want to do the right thing. They're afraid of it.
They're like, don't zoom in so
This
close.
was an important case to me, more as a symbol of economic national security. And also, I would say, just for our country itself, so important, because we're doing so well as a country. We've never done so well. The good news is that there are methods, practices, statutes, and authorities as recognized by the entire court in this terrible decision.
Can't read.
And also
You
is
must be.
recognized by Congress, which they refer to,
Really big type.
that are even stronger than the IEEPA tariffs available to me as President of the United States.
Not
And
anymore.
in actuality, I was very modest in my ask of other countries and businesses because I wanted to do, and it's very important, I wanted to be very well behaved.
Boy.
Because I wanted to do anything, I didn't want to do anything that would affect the decision of the court. Because I understand the court.
What?
I understand how they are very easily swayed.
What?
I
Easily
want to be
swayed
a
by
good boy.
what?
I have very effectively utilized tariffs over the past year to make America great again.
So much
Our
coke.
stock market has just recently broken 50,000
Hey, bud.
on the Dow.
Hey, bud.
And simultaneously, and even more amazingly, broken 7,000 on the S&P. Two numbers that everybody thought upon our landslide election victory could not be attained. Think of that. Nobody thought it was possible to do it within 4 years, and we did it in 1 year. They said,
You know, Reagan won 49 out of 50 states for his reelection. Just saying.
George W. had a good one, and so did Obama.
Yeah.
you'll never be able, you'll go back and you read the geniuses, read their statements, all of the Nobel Prize winners.
Not you.
In economics. They said, no, you couldn't do it in 4 years. Well,
Hey, he got the
we
FIFA
didn't do it
Peace
in 4
Prize?
years. We did it in 1 year. We
You
broke
stole that
every
lady's
record in the
prize.
book, and we're continuing to do so.
Give me that motherfucker.
Tariffs have likewise been used to end 5 of the 8 wars that I said. I
I'm the
settled
pretty
8
one.
wars, whether you like it or not, including India, Pakistan, big ones, nuclear. Could
Oh,
have been
we're going
nuclear.
through Trump's grievances currently.
Prime Minister of Pakistan said yesterday at the great meeting that we had,
stinks.
the Peace Board. He said yesterday that President Trump could have saved 35 million lives by getting us to stop fighting. They were getting ready to do some bad things. But they've given us great national security, these tariffs have.
Oh, look at
And
the
together with our strong
Wow,
border,
right
reduced
here.
fentanyl coming into our country
Let's
by
save that one.
30%. When I use them as a penalty against countries illegally sending this poison into our country. Poison our youth.
Obama.
All of those tariffs remain. They all remain. I don't know if you know that or not. They all remain.
No.
We're still getting them.
No.
We will after the decision.
No.
There's nobody left to appeal to. But again, those 3 people, such respect. I've had a lot of respect for them anyway, but such great respect. But other alternatives will now be used to replace the ones that the court incorrectly rejected. We have alternatives.
They're the Supreme Court
Great
justice.
alternative.
You're just a
Could be
dumbass.
more money. We'll take in more money, and we'll be a lot stronger for it. We're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars. We'll continue
No,
to do so.
200.
Nope.
To show you how ridiculous the opinion is, however, the court said that I'm not allowed to charge even $1. I can't charge $1.
$1.
Can't charge $1. I would have used 1 penny, but we don't make the pennies anymore. We save money.
Boy,
Can't charge
you-
$1 to any country under IEPA.
Right.
Not $1.
You're not fucking
I assume
Congress,
to protect
dumb
other
shit.
countries. This must have been done to protect those other countries. Certainly not the United States of America, which they should be interested in protecting. That's what they're supposed to be protecting. But I am allowed to cut off any and all trade or business with that same country. In other words,
my
I can
God.
destroy the trade. I can
Look at the markets. Look at the
destroy
markets. Look
country.
at the markets. Look at the markets.
I'm even allowed
Look at the
to
markets. Look at the
impose a
markets.
foreign country destroying embargo. I can embargo.
Oh, the Dow's down.
I can do anything I
Oh,
want,
he
but I
fucked it.
can't charge
He just
$1.
fucked it live. You just saw it live. He just fucked
'Cause
the
that's
stock
not what it
market.
said.
Oh my God.
Oh my
And that's
God.
not the way it even reads. I can do anything I want to do to them,
Oh no.
but I can't charge
God.
Oh
any
no.
money. So I'm allowed to destroy the country, but I can't charge them a little fee. I could give them a little 2-cent fee, but I cannot charge under any circumstances. I cannot charge them anything. Think of that.
My
How ridiculous is that? I'm
God.
allowed to embargo
Oh
them.
your God.
I'm allowed to tell them you can't do business in the United States anymore. We want you out of here.
Oh my
But if I want
God.
to charge them $10, I can't do that.
Hold on, I'm gonna check
It's
the dollar
incorrect.
too.
Their decision's incorrect, but it doesn't matter because we have very powerful alternatives that have been approved by this decision. You know, they've been approved by the decision for those that thought they had us. And they're saying that I have the absolute right to license, but not the right to charge a license fee. So think of that. I have the right to license, which is a very powerful word. In many ways, license is more powerful than tariffs. In fact, I was thinking about using it. But they came up with the idea that I can license, just like the people that were opposing me told them to do,
Pause it
but
real
not
quick.
the right to charge a license fee. Think of that.
Look, since he started talking,
Oh boy.
that's the Dow Jones since he started talking.
Oh boy.
Look, he said, I can do whatever I want. That's just it. Boo. All right. Oh my God.
Whoever heard of such a thing? What license has ever been issued without the right to charge a fee? You get a license, you charge a fee. It's automatic, but not with this court. But now the court has given me the unquestioned right to ban all sorts of things from coming into our country, to destroy foreign countries. But a much more powerful right
This
than
is a solution.
many
is
people
to
ever
just
thought we
end
even
trade.
had, but not the right to charge a fee.
No, we are
How crazy
so
is that?
fucked.
Our country is the hottest country anywhere in the world
Anymore.
right now. And it was a dead country 1.5 years ago under an incompetent president.
We
But
still
now
got
I'm going
one.
to go in a different direction, probably the direction that I should have gone
He's
S&P
gonna
is
first time,
dropping.
but I read the language. I'm very
It's
good
all
at reading
dropping.
language
I
and
got it. I'm
read
watching
our
it
way
right now.
100%, but now I'll go the way I could have gone originally,
S&P
which is
was
even
plus
stronger than
35,
our
it's down to
original
plus
choice.
19.
As Justice Kavanaugh, whose stock has gone so up, you have to see. I'm so proud of him.
It's the only stock going.
Wrote in
Hey, he's
his
putting gold and
dissent.
silver back up.
Although
guys,
I
it was
firmly
nice having
disagree
money.
with the court's
Yeah.
holding today, the decision might not substantially constrain a president's ability to order tariffs going forward.
Exactly.
So,
Argentina 2.0. Hold on to your hats,
might-
folks.
Think of that. The decision might not substantially constrain.
But I don't think you
And it
know how to
doesn't,
read,
he's
so I
right.
don't think your
In fact,
analysis
I
of
can
the
judge
stock
much
market
more
is
than I was
good.
charging. So I'm going to just start. Although I firmly disagree with the court's holding today, the decision might not substantially constrain a president's ability to order tariffs going forward. That's because numerous other federal statutes, which is so true, authorize the president to impose tariffs and might justify most, if not all, of the tariffs issued in this case. Even more tariffs, actually. Those statutes include.
They just said no,
Think of
stupid.
that. Those statutes include, for example, the Trade Expansion Act of 1962.
Yeah, it's called the
Section
Epstein files.
232. All of these things I know so well. The Trade Act of 1974, sections 122.
They're like, oh, what do you think now that Trump is threatening to destroy our economy because he's upset at the Supreme Court? What do you guys think now?
Like, we literally told you he didn't know what he was talking about, and he came out there and I'll show you again. You want to see the NASDAQ or the Dow? Like, it's going down because you're not allowed to. That is instability. Other countries don't have to put up with being bullied. They'll just go to South Africa for their oranges from now on. They don't have to take this shit. That's what you're not putting into perspective here. They can just tell us to go piss in our hands around the corner of the building. We don't have to be let into any trade markets.
Yeah,
that's where you're wrong.
Everyone will make deals with China, which is what we never wanted.
China's using soft power against us, which is usually the other way around.
Canada's already made deals with China. The European Union's already made deals with China because they don't want to deal with us anymore.
Yep. Well, they don't want to deal with him anymore.
Right. Who cares if we're the biggest consumer market?
Right.
Guess who's the second biggest consumer market? The European Union. And then the third biggest is China. So the other two big guys are going to be like, well, we'll just get together and not have to deal with the other guy.
Yes, the U.S. economy is doing great. Thanks, Dennis. Is doing great for the richest people. Beautiful K-shaped economy. The great pissing in the pants when cold economy. So I'm sorry you don't understand this, but I need you to understand Trump has no idea what he's talking about. Everybody knows it except for Trump and then apparently some of you in the chat. He's got it literally backwards, and he's had it backwards for years, and none of his fucking sycophants around him will tell him he's wrong. Every time somebody tries to tell him he's wrong, he calls them fake news, and you never smile, and you're piggy, and all this shit. Like, he just gets mad that he doesn't understand it. He just gets upset. Oh, boy.
Get him, Zero.
301. And the Tariff Act of 1930, Section 338, all clear, but it's a little bit longer process. I thought I'd make things simple, but they didn't let us do that. I would like to thank Justice Kavanaugh for frankly, his genius and his great ability. Very proud of.
Bro, you didn't see the news today. GDP was 1.4%.
In actuality, while I am sure that they did not mean to do so, the Supreme Court's decision today made a president's ability to both regulate trade and impose tariffs more powerful and more crystal clear rather than less. I don't think they meant that. I'm sure they didn't. It's terrible. And to think that the Democrats who oppose this only because they want to go the opposite way, they'd like to pack the court. They want to put on 21 people. They want to pack the court, pack the Supreme Court. Maybe they should do it. Maybe they would be better off if they did it. They want to pack the court. They want to do anything to hurt our country.
Move on, bro.
There will no longer be any doubt, and the income coming in and the protection of our companies and country will actually increase because of this decision. I don't think the court meant that, but it's the way it is. Based on long-standing law and hundreds of victories, and even, as I was pointed out before, even thousands of victories over the years, to the contrary, the Supreme Court did not overrule tariffs. They merely overruled a particular use of IEEPA tariffs. And essentially, it's used to get a fee. I can do anything I want with IEEPA, anything. I just can't charge anybody for it. I can license, I just can't charge them. It's ridiculous, but it's okay because we have other ways, numerous other ways. The ability to block,
right now.
embargo, restrict, license, or impose any other condition on a foreign country's ability to conduct trade with the United States under IEEPA has been fully confirmed by this decision. So now there's no doubt, because, there were a lot of questions about tariffs because no president was smart enough to use them to protect our country from those countries and businesses that were ripping us off. You took a look at the deficits that we had with some of these countries. It was disgraceful what they got away with for many,
trade
many
deficit hasn't changed
decades.
there, bro. It's the same as it was a year ago.
This decision affirms all those things that some people weren't sure about in order to protect, and it says so, in order to protect our country, a president can actually charge more tariffs than I was charging in the past period of a year under the various tariff authorities. So we can use other of the statutes, other of the tariff authorities, which have also been confirmed and are fully allowed. Therefore, effective immediately, all national security tariffs under Section 232 and existing Section 301 tariffs, they're existing, they're there, remain in place, fully in place, and in full force and effect. Today, I will sign an order to impose a 10% global tariff under Section 122 over and above our normal tariffs already being charged. And we're also initiating several Section 301 and other investigations to protect our country from unfair trading practices of other countries and companies. Thank
Mikey,
Mrs. Famine
you
has
missed
arrived.
it. You missed what has arrived?
Mrs. Famine.
Oh. Yeah, you missed this. Trump was like, fine, I can't do the other tariffs. I'm going to do these tariffs.
Today, I will sign an order to impose a 10% global tariff under Section 122 over and above our normal tariffs already being charged. And we're also initiating several Section 301 and other investigations to protect our country from unfair trading practices of other countries and companies. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And
Oh my
I say
God.
quite simply, which I've said for a long time, make America great again. And interestingly, we've already made it great, so I don't have to use that, but I don't think we'll ever give up on MAGA. MAGA is always going to be with us. If
He
you have
doesn't understand
a few
how it
questions,
works.
you can let us know. But just to end, so we're going forward, we will be able to take in more money, and there'll no longer
got
be
you.
doubt, because there was always doubt.
Fuck the hell off.
I know the people that brought the lawsuit,
Freddie Cheat.
and
Oh.
the sleaze
Fuck the hell
bags,
off.
major sleaze bags, but I know them.
First time it ever
They're
come.
foreign country centric. They were sending things into our country, and the people representing them.
Lucy, stop
knew full
repeating
well
things
they
that
were
aren't true.
sending-
Hold on, pause it. Lucy,
Lucy,
I
come
swear to
on.
God, I will pull this podcast stream over if you do not intake new information. Other countries charge a much higher tariffs. Trump is trying to even things out and make it fair. That's not how this works. And I keep trying to fucking explain it to you in a nice way. But unless I say fuck 40 times, you guys don't fucking understand me. Okay? That's not how any of this trade shit works. If I put a fee on you for leaving your fucking driveway, not only are you not going to pay it, but you're going to think I'm an asshole because I'm not allowed to charge you for leaving out of your own fucking driveway. That's what he's doing. Except it's our fucking driveway, dumbass. He's charging you to get out of your driveway and you're clapping about it because you're stupid. No, this isn't hatred. You're dumb. Look up what a fucking tariff is, for fuck's sake. You
We've
are
already explained
stupid.
it. We've already
God.
explained it.
Lucy, you are dumb. You need to read. Go Google what a fucking tariff is.
Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. You're in a cult.
God damn it, dude. You keep saying it backwards over and over after we took 3 minutes of being nice to explain it. And then you just repeat the shit again. You are dumb if you think. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Another bot agreeing with you. Like, you have to understand that you're wrong and you need to learn what is the correct answer. Yes.
Jukebox Overdrive says, wait, so if I trade a squirrel with one of my friends, do I have to pay a fee for it now?
Yes. Yes.
Things into our country.
But they need to understand. I know, Clayton, but they need to understand that this fucker is lying. And if they just Googled what a fucking tariff was, they would understand that he's lying. But they're so in the fucking weeds and so scared of being wrong that they're afraid to Google it. You want me to Google it on screen for you?
Dennis asks, serious question. As far as I can see, it is a private company in charge of collecting the tariffs. Is that true? And is Trump connected?
I think the Treasury was doing it.
Yeah, I think Trump put soybean farmer Scott Bessent in charge of that.
I am a soybean farmer.
I think Treasury is still technically in charge of taking that money in, but we'll look into it. That sounds like an interesting theory.
Why waste time on non-learner? Because you can't give up on them. So they just don't get the nice, you know what I mean? They don't get the nice lesson plan anymore. They just get the paddle and the cursing, you know? Like apparently that's what they kind of enjoy, and that's their love language is screaming and yelling.
Yeah. See, this is what I like about joiners. They'll harass us, but then they'll throw in a joke or two. If you live in Virginia, you might have to pay a tax on a squirrel.
Man, I don't want to. I don't want to.
But now I got to know if Virginia has squirrel taxes.
No, I need to Google it on screen because these people are so fucking in the weeds. They're so dyed in the wool. Yeah, what he said is right. Did you verify it? No, it's impossible.
Beneficial to other countries, but very, very bad for us. And I stopped it, and we'll just keep it going. So we have a totally firm decision now. And I don't think the court meant it because the court doesn't show great
we're not here to be
toward
nice.
Our country, in my opinion. A lot of bad decisions, but there are
Stop
usually ways
repeating
around it.
wrong
This is something we could
shit.
have done, as Justice Kavanaugh said, we could have done this originally, but we're doing it now. And the numbers could be far greater than the hundreds of billions we've already taken in. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, I'm very curious. You've spoken about
in the red.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Justice Thomas and Alito, as you know, are the most conservative constitutional justices. Do you think that you'll get to appoint 2 more justices later this term with similar ideologies? And what type of vetting process will they go through to ensure that?
Who is this lady fucking asking for? Hey, so Thomas and Alito are the 2 guys that you like right now. Do you think that other people are going to retire so you can like put more conservative justice on the bench?
Yeah, like Matt Gaetz and Pam Bondi.
Like Alito and Thomas. Those are the 2 guys that are up next, man. Alito and Thomas are the 2 oldest, and then Roberts.
Matt Gaetz, Pam Bondi, Jeanine Pirro.
Oh my God. If Jeanine Pirro makes it on the Supreme Court, I'm leaving this country.
I'm out of here. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. No. Hold on. Have you ever considered that you may be wrong? Yes. So I looked up the fucking information, and that's how I know Trump is lying, and you're just refusing to look it up, and you're only drinking his urine and telling me it's water. That is you.
I think, Lucy, you should ask yourself that question.
Stop drinking Trump's piss.
That's all I can say. And I hope they're going to be around a long time. I hope they're going to stay healthy. They're great people. They're great. And Justice Alito to add to the group. These are great men.
Right.
They're with a
Hello.
great love of our country
Thanks,
and a great understanding of the law.
Congress to take additional action on.
Don't let the door hit you when the Lord splits you. For fuck's sake.
I mean, I would ask Congress and probably get it.
Google fucking tariff, dumbass.
And you look at hundreds of billions of dollars that have come into our country. Yesterday, I was at a steel plant, as you know, and went to great place, great plant, great, wonderful people. And they were telling me, I said to them, you were there, a lot of the press in this room. Of course, I don't think this plane's big enough to take the press in this room, but a lot of the press right here. We're in Georgia. And I said to the owner, I made a speech at a factory. They make steel products. And I said, how are you? Nice to meet you. How's business? President?
Oh, it's
I'd
so
love to kiss
good.
you. This is
It's
a
going
very
better than
powerful
ever,
man. I don't wanna
sir.
be
Please
kissed by
don't
that
send me
man.
to CCOT.
But a very powerful, strong man. He's been in the steel business for many years. His father started it. And he said, sir, I want to kiss you. I said, why? He said, because we were down to working 1 hour
Bring him
a
up.
week.
Bring him up here.
And then you came in and imposed tariffs.
Yeah, bring him
All
up
of
here.
Bring that guy up here that you were
junk
talking
they
to.
were dropping into
Why
our
didn't he come up?
I'm pretty sure the last time you went to a steel mill, he got called a pedophile. So
Fucking pedophile protector.
oh yes. Not a pedophile protector.
Oh.
country stuff. And we're now going to double shifts 7 days a week, and we may be very soon going to 24 hours around the clock, almost 7 days a
Oh
week.
my God.
He said, sir, I want to kiss you so bad.
Who is it?
Who?
Who said that? Who said that I'm putting my people at 24 hours, 7 days a week? Who? If anybody has ever worked a single job, name me one time your employer said, fuck labor laws. You guys are working 24 hours. This guy is so fucking stupid. I can't believe you guys are still buying this shit. That is a blatant lie. No one came up to him. No one said they wanted to kiss him. And no one definitely said that they're probably union steel workers are going to just work 24/7. What are you talking about? Just lying.
Trump wants to bring back the Gilded Age where there weren't unions and people just worked around the clock for no money.
You know, the children have small hands to get in between the intricate parts of the machinery. Yes.
Yes. I have before
Several.
and I do now.
How do you know this? Because no one works 24 hours a fucking day. Dumbass. Like, no one's on call like a surgeon to be a fucking, like, what are you talking about? That's not how that industry works. He doesn't know how that industry works either.
He doesn't know how any industry works.
He's never ran a successful business. All of his businesses have been bankrupted, failures, closed by the state, or ended up in lawsuits. Where's Trump University? Oh, wait, that case got dismissed because of fucking Pam Bondi in Florida. You guys are still so fucking trapped.
And there's even reports out that Trump has lost 100,000 manufacturing jobs this year. So I don't know what to tell you guys. In 2025, he lost 100,000 manufacturing jobs.
They do not work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You're dumb.
We got Canadians in the chat that'll refute that.
You're dumb. That's just not how work works. But again,
it's just not how any of this works.
People who go to work understand that that's impossible. He's never worked before. He worked at McDonald's for fucking 3 minutes.
Right.
I literally have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Yes, I do have great respect for people. I just don't have to be nice to you. You think I have to be nice to you. I don't. I can be benevolent and positive in your life and not be nice to you.
Oh, Mikey.
That's all. There are plenty of things that are bad and wrong, but it doesn't make them fascist.
How dare you? How dare you insult Canada like this?
Canada isn't real. And everyone knows it. I'll have to tell Ollie he doesn't live in a real place.
Correct.
And I said, no, thank you. But you know what? He just to finalize it, he said, oh, this is a great place in Georgia. He said, all up and down
hold on, pause it.
the highway.
Look at them trying to clean up what he said. He said, no, I'm bringing in double the workers to work double shifts to overtime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He's just lying, dumbass. That's his salesman shit.
Yeah, it's a made up talking point.
He does that all the time. He's like, oh, you know, we're going to be lowering prescription costs by 50, 60, 300 to 500%. That's his thing. He just exaggerates shit. But he exaggerates shit on things that you can't really exaggerate. Yeah, they're working 22 days a week. Like, that's what he says because he's stupid. And stop listening to stupid people. We're pretty stupid, but we can back up what the fuck we're saying.
Yeah, he just made up. This is like Chuck Schumer and the Baileys. Like, this is what Trump is going on about. It's all politicians make up shit about this stuff, right? I met a steel worker and he's like, we're going to be working 24-hour shifts. It's all made up. He never met a fucking steel worker who didn't yell at him about being a pedophile protector.
He's making it up. It's pretty obvious, guys.
Same exact answer, sir. We're all going out of business. We're going to go bankrupt. We're all going out of business. And now every
US
one of
Steel
us
was
is
gonna go out of
thriving, and we're
business.
hiring people like we haven't. He said, like I've never, and he's been in business for, I think, 45 years, like we've never hired before.
What's his name?
That's because of tariffs.
What's the company?
And we're going to keep it
At
going
least
the
make
same
up a
way.
name for
And
him.
you can start to see the results
Frank.
in a year from now when all those factories start.
Well, then-
Oh, it was
under
Jim down at the
construction right
steel
now.
plant.
You see all the construction numbers
Mike.
are so good. Those construction workers are building factories that are going to be open, including not only AI, which is big,
but
No, it's
car
not.
plants
No,
coming in
it's-
from
you're
Canada
gonna
who ripped
ruin
us off for
jobs.
30% of our market. Mexico ripped us off for a big portion. Over the years, they've taken our market. They've taken our cars. They manufacture them in Japan, Germany, and all over the place because nobody's standing in this position. The position I have as president of the United States had the insight, the courage. Well, I don't know what it is to
Yeah,
charge.
glad hand yourself. Go
tariffs.
ahead.
You can make your product outside. You can put our people out of business. You can put everybody on the unemployment rolls. But if you're going to make a car in some other country, you're going to pay a 15, 20, 30% tariff. And those
See, he
things
just
would've
did
never
it
happened. We
again.
wouldn't have
He
lost
just
our
did it
business. Same
again.
thing with, as an
I told
example,
you,
Taiwan.
he lies like that. That's
Taiwan
how he
came in.
lies.
They stole our chip business. They make chips. For 30 years longer, they made chip, and they put our
graphics card for the last 30
Intel would be
fucking
now
years.
the
You guys
largest
hearing this?
company. I saved Intel. I literally saved it at the beginning of
Oh my God.
this administration.
Saved
And now
Intel, Tim.
all those companies
Oh my God.
in Taiwan are building factories in Arizona, Texas, and various other places.
Yeah,
because
with
they don't wanna
Biden with
pay
the
tariffs.
CHIPS Act.
They're all pouring into the United States.
We already did
But
that.
just like that great patriot said yesterday, sir,
Oh, no.
what
Hold on.
you've done,
Hold on.
nobody thought was possible.
Dasher Reynolds says, I'm a massage therapist and I've been doing it for 25 years and I'm going out of business and all this stuff. He's me so much. I don't know. Everyone is so stressed. I'm sorry to hear that. I wish I lived closer and I needed a massage and I could afford it. Because we would give you some business. That's crazy.
And Steve
That is
Moore, a
crazy.
highly respected economist, came into my office yesterday. He said, you've done something nobody's ever done. 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics said we would right now be in a recession. And you said, no,
We
we're
kind
gonna
of
have
are in a
booming
recession, but you lied about the
country. We're
numbers.
going to have a booming country. You were right. All 22 were wrong, and you were right. This country is booming, and it's booming because of the election on November 5th, and it's booming for another reason. It's booming because of tariffs. Yeah, please, go ahead.
What was said ahead of this
Thank you, Mr.
decision
President.
that if the Supreme
Yeah,
Court
please,
ruled?
go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. What will you say to foreign nations who seek to renegotiate their deals? And what did you mean a moment ago when you said that the Supreme Court has been swayed by foreign interests?
Well, I think that foreign interests are represented by people that I believe have undue influence. They have a lot of influence over the Supreme Court, whether it's through fear or respect or friendships. I don't know. But I know some of the people that were involved on the other side, and I don't like them. I think they're real slime balls. And got to do what's right for the country. You got to do what's right for the Constitution. That's why I respect so much Justice Thomas and Alito, Kavanaugh, because they not only dissented, their dissent is so strong. When you read their dissent, a lot of times you'll read the dissent and it's like, well, you don't know, it could go either way. There's no other way. The good news is, it's like Justice Kavanaugh said, very strongly said, you have other ways you can go. You don't have to go that way. You can go other way. There are numerous other ways you can go. And frankly, this should have been done by presidents many years ago. They allowed our country to be eaten alive. We lost 50% of our car business. We used to make cars. We made all the cars. And then Mexico came.
We made no. At one point, we made most of the cars because it was after World War II, and all the other countries that manufactured cars were in ruin.
Japan was rebuilding.
Right. But for a couple of years, we were it. And our cars got really shitty. And then Germany's economy came back online, Japan's economy came back online, Italy's economy came back online.
UK.
Yeah. And then there was a diversity in the market again, but we had a stranglehold on the market for a couple of years. Once these countries rebuilt, it didn't happen anymore.
It's almost like for the last 10 years, all of the fucking domestic cars have sucked penis. They don't make cheap, cars that people can just like pop into for 10, 15 grand. It's like a base model of anything. No, everything's fucking $45,000 plus. That's the fucking reason why no one's buying American anymore. They can't fucking afford it.
Right.
The workers are like, I guess, fighting for their wages. If you remember, the fucking auto industry was about to go on strike because they couldn't get a fucking good deal. A Chevy and Ford and all them are raking in record profits, and then they wouldn't pay the people. So they were about to fucking dip on their ass.
I had several American-built cars from the 90s that were the shittiest fucking cars. They were Fords.
Yeah.
I had Fords and Chevys that just fucking died. They were shitty. Our car industry got complacent and shitty.
Yeah. Like they haven't made like a Cavalier or a Neon or some like a small compact car that everybody can get into, fits 4 or 5 people, decent trunk space, good on gas. They don't make it anymore. If you want a good car, you're going to have to get a full-size fucking sedan, and you're going to have to pay $1 billion. How
That's
dare
the car-
how
That's
dare
the
you.
car I had. That's the car I had. I had a 97 Ford Taurus, and it fucking shit the bed.
That is a great car. How dare you. I learned how to drive on that in driver's ed.
It was the worst fucking car ever. Oh.
And here's where you thought you got us. NAFTA was fucking stupid because
Yeah.
it lines up the economy for idiots like this to fucking get in power in the first place. And also, fuck Bill Clinton.
Terrible president.
Terrible president and a fucking pedophile, as it would appear. Fuck
man,
all of them.
I can't wait for them to get grilled in front of Congress, either behind closed doors or in the public. I hope they do it in the public because I want to see it.
Yes, please. And also, fuck Clinton's crime bill, which put a bunch of black kids in jail for no reason other than white fear.
Lucy, take your own advice. Take your own advice.
Why are you guys so mean to me? Because we say the same thing 40 fucking times and you just fucking keep repeating, regurgitating back bullshit that you're hearing from this fucking mama bird up above us.
Lucy, this is what you want, right? You want this, right? You want him to tread on you, right? Tread on me, daddy. Or what about this?
That's kind of where it is.
Is that where it is?
That's kind of where it is. Because it's like everything's telling them they're wrong, and they're just like, but what if I just believe harder? There's no faith involved in politics. You know what I mean? This isn't faith. This is evidence-based.
I mean, we're not just saying don't believe Trump, by the way. Don't believe any of these fuckers.
Right. Especially soybean farmer Scott Bessent. Who did he disclose to you guys that he had a bunch of shit in Argentina?
Right.
Did he tell you guys that before he sent that $40 billion over there? Did he tell you that?
Trump gave all that money to fucking Argentina to prop up their fucking economy. Yeah.
This guy fucking charges the American people $242 billion in excess taxes, and we're awful?
He's suing you for $10 billion if you live in America. We don't know. For $10 billion just because he fucking wants to.
Yeah.
He's taking our taxpayer money. He's suing the IRS for our money because he thinks that he was wronged.
I disagree. Because there's a lot of EU-made cars that run just fine.
Yeah. And
They run
have all
just fine.
They have way more tough restrictions than we do.
How is it called investment when they're taxing the people?
It's not investing. You know how I know it's not investing? So they put the tariffs on all these foreign parts for cars, right? And as long as they're built in America, assembled in America, you get a tax break on your tax return if you buy a new car.
Right.
They have to offset the cost of the tariffs. That's what that is. Because if you go to any fucking car dealer, they're going to tell you, hey, buy the 2025 model because the 2026 model is going to get tariffed.
Right.
Because parts are imported from Canada, they're imported from Japan, they're imported from all these other countries that make the parts so they can assemble them in America. That way that way you get the tax break. But that's to offset the $5,000 on top of the regular price of the car of the tariffs.
So let's take Ford, for example. So Ford's got a bunch of plants in Indiana, Detroit, all that kind of good shit. They get their engines built in Canada, and then they put them on rail and bring them down. The screws, nuts and bolts, all the washers and shit, the parts factory is in Mexico. So when we had the USMCA, it was no problem because all of the parts could be made in their respective places, come together in the Ford plant in the States, in Indiana or Michigan, and then sell the car. So now the same car has tariffs on different parts of the car. How does that save Americans money? That doesn't do anything for us. It doesn't punish Canada. Like, you can't drink poison and expect other people to get sick. And where the fuck is the money going?
Who owns the companies? If you're assuming
Which
that
one?
just Americans own these companies, you're wrong. Who knows who the stockholders are, right? Who owns Ford? Who are the stockholders? Fucking, it's global, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who owns GM, Chevrolet? Who owns those companies? The stockholders do, but you don't fucking know. Stock market trading is mostly done by algorithms now. It could be anyone around the world.
Here, he says exactly why tariffs are a good thing. No, that's not how you fix that problem. That's the opposite. That makes the problem worse. You're not following the line all the way through to its completion. You're getting halfway through and picking up your pom-poms and putting that boot back in your mouth. Put the boot down and finish thinking through the experiment in your head. Finish the experiment in your head before you congratulate him on charging you more money to punish Canada. Charging you more money to punish Ireland or fucking Mexico. Mexico is not paying shit. I hope you understand that part. The other countries don't pay that. It's just us. It's just the taxpayer. So while he gave tax cuts to the billionaires, he included tariffs on your punk ass.
Are you stock? Isn't that the entire point of owning stock in a company, is to own a piece of it?
No, that's not how stocks work, Tim. You're wrong. You should do more research.
That's not the entire point of the stock market and trading and owning these stocks. Is you are a shareholder in that company. You get to vote. If you own one stock in Ford, you get to vote at their shareholders meetings. You have one vote, but you get to vote. Like, you do technically own like 0.00001% of that company. Ford is not a private company. They're trading on the stock market right now.
They're a publicly traded company, guys.
Ford Motor Company is 13.97 on the stock market right now. It's a publicly traded company.
Ooh, Walmart's down 2%.
If Ford was a private company, they wouldn't have a stock price on the Dow.
The bottom 5 on the Dow right now are Amgen, Chevron Corp, Nike shoes, Johnson & Johnson, and Walmart. Top are Amazon, Apple, Procter & Gamble, Honeywell, and Verizon.
I could buy shares in Ford right now if I wanted. If I had $13 I wanted to waste on Ford.
I wanted to throw away $13. Oh, boy.
Yeah, we forgot about this guy.
Oh, yeah, right.
Canada came, and Japan and Germany.
Gina,
but
stop
they're all
it.
coming back now. They're all coming back at record levels. No, you please. I'm not talking to you. I don't talk to CNN. It's fake news. Go ahead.
Mr. President, yesterday.
Then why let him in the room?
There's your objectivity.
January jobs report beat expectations. CPI report beat expectation. Real wages are up. What would you tell Americans who are worried that this decision will kind of throw the economy that you have projected going in the right direction at a very rapid pace off track?
Well, thank you for the question. And I will say this, we really are at a very important point. I've been waiting for this decision so long. They could have made this decision a long time ago. Not complex. They're wrong on it. It's a ridiculous decision, but they should have released this a long time ago. We waited months. And that gave uncertainty. Now we have certainty. And I think you're going to see the country get much stronger because of it. Look, we were ripped off by almost every country in the world. If you look at the surpluses almost every country in the world that.
Hold on. I just want to correct some fucking idiot in the chat who won't let it go. According to Bloomberg, Ford Motor Company is a publicly traded company. It is listed on the New York Stock Exchange with the symbol ticker F. Since 1956, it is publicly traded and multinational. It is not a private company.
What's this mean if it's private? Why does it have a stock value if it's private?
So anyone from around the fucking world can own some Ford Motors if they wanted for $13.93.
96.
96. It went up.
Did business with us. Our people were stupid. And I blame presidents for it because they're ultimately the leader. We were being ripped off by almost every single country in the world. Had
Thank you for your question,
surplus. China had hundreds of billions of dollars in surpluses with the United States.
I know, right?
China, they built the army. We built China's army by allowing that to happen. I have a great relationship with President Xi, but he respects our country now. Now, what we've done, I charged China a 20% tariff as a penalty for sending fentanyl in.
And that's illegal.
20 times more
You
than
can't
they
do
could
that
make by
anymore.
selling fentanyl.
Pause
I
it,
said,
pause
at
it.
some point you're going to say,
Now, as much as you dingbats just sat there and argue with us for the last hour about how he's going to make a better deal, he's trying to fix our trade deficits, he's trying to save us a bunch of money by getting us a better deal with these other countries. He just said it is a punitive tariff because he's saying that they're sending in fentanyl, so he's going to tariff them. That's not what you guys were saying, was it? Because I told you, dumb shit does not fucking understand these things. And you are going along with him in that same misunderstanding. See? Told you he doesn't know what he's fucking talking about. And now by proxy, neither do you. There you go. We
And
can't
they
fix
have
stupid, but we can
reduced,
yell at it.
You know, fentanyl is down by more than 30% coming into our country. Part of that is our strong border. We have a strong border now. But thank you. Thank you for your question.
Mr. President, sir, you warned once in a social media post that if the Supreme Court did this, shot down your tariffs, the U.S. would be, quote, financially defenseless. Are we financially defenseless
No,
right now?
because we're doing something in a different way. We're doing something in a very powerful way. And we're using things that some people thought we should have used in the first place. But it's more complicated. It's a little more complicated. The process takes a little more time.
That guy
But
was.
the end result is going to get us
It was
more
that
money.
guy.
And I think it's going
He's
to be
probably
great.
gone
Yeah.
now because he realized he was fucking wrong.
Peter, go ahead.
President Trump. So since Liberation Day, there's about $175 billion in tariff revenue that is now in limbo. Do you have to refund $175 billion?
Think of it, Peter. Very fair question. They take months and months to write an opinion, and they don't even discuss that point. We've taken in hundreds of billions of dollars, not millions, hundreds of billions of dollars. And so I said,
200.
well, what happens to all the money that we took in? It wasn't discussed. Wouldn't
So
you
he
think
thinks
they
he's
would
gonna
put
keep it?
one sentence in there saying that keep the money or don't keep the money, right?
There you
I guess
go.
It has to get litigated.
There
for
you
the
go.
Next 2 years.
He's gonna
So they
keep
write
it, you fucking idiots. I
terrible,
told you.
defective decision, totally defective.
I told you.
It's almost like not written by smart people. And what they do, they don't even talk about that. Your question is very basic. That was the first question I asked also to make you feel good. They said, what about all the money that we've taken in? Sir, they don't discuss that. How crazy is that?
Where's the money? Where's the money?
I fucking told you. I fucking told you he was gonna fucking pocket that shit. And that's exactly what well, they didn't say I had to give it back. He's gonna keep it, dude. When will you guys wake up? He doesn't know anything about fucking trade. He just needed a way to steal your fucking money. And they told him that you could just put tariffs on people and claim it's because of war and claim it's because of drugs and claim it's. He's just stealing your shit. And you're mad at us.
Listen.
Tide goes in, tide goes out. You can't explain that.
Who knows where that money is? I know exactly where that motherfucking money is.
Honor refunds for companies that file for them?
I just told you the answer, right?
of your
I told you the answer. It's not discussed. We'll end up being.
Oh, let me deep dive into your account now that I see your entire fucking fam. Thanks, Corey Ratslaff 4398. Let me take a deep dive on you. Thanks for putting yourself on my radar, dumbass.
In court for the next 5 years.
I'm gonna make that my background.
Go ahead, Green.
Thank you, Mr. President. When you are talking about the relationship with countries that you have sought trade deals with, do you anticipate that they will seek to renegotiate those? What do you say to them? And do you view this as a potential undermining power for your
Well, we're going
negotiations?
straight ahead with 10% straight across the board, which was the absolute right to do. And that's taking place. That's a lot of money coming into our country. And then during that period of about 5 months, we are doing the various investigations necessary to put fair tariffs.
Oh, Corey, you got your
tariff
kids
period
on video
on other countries. So we're
You
doing
should
that
probably
period, but we're
watch your
immediately
fucking life on
instituting
the
the
internet,
10%
bud.
provision, which we're allowed to do. And in the end, I think we'll take in more money than we've taken in before.
President,
Are you a realtor?
Tariff revenue to pay for a host of federal policies. You claim that they will pay for them.
Hope your clients don't hear
Well,
about
like the
this.
farmers, we took care of farmers. You know, the farmers were mistreated by foreign countries very badly, very, very badly. And last week I gave them $12 billion out of tariff money. We intend to, out of tariff money, because we just so you understand.
Oh, you got your kids' birthdays
we
and
have
shit on
tariffs.
there. Whoo,
We just
buddy.
have them in a different way. And now they've been confirmed
No, I think
by
he's
the
gone,
Supreme
Mikey.
Court of the
I
United
think he
States.
got
So there's
Oh,
no longer that question
boy.
out there about tariffs. And we'll be taking in
Got
hundreds
modded.
of billions of dollars. And countries that have treated us badly will have to pay a price for treating us badly. And countries that have been good to us will be treated very well. We just left the top person in a place called Vietnam, just left my office.
the top
Great
person in
gentleman,
Vietnam. Who is that? Trump?
strong and smart. He said, you know, I think this means you're allowed to charge us more tariffs than before. And Canada said to Jameson, I might want to say it, Jameson, but Canada said, I hope you win this decision, because if you don't win, you'll actually be allowed to charge us with a little additional work, higher tariffs. Jameson, you want to comment on that?
Yes, sir.
Who the fuck is Jameson?
We have a lot of tools out there. We have Section 122, which will be implemented today. It will be signed today and implemented very shortly. We have Section 301 investigations, which are incredibly legally durable, where we can address.
I love this one. I love this one. They want to sabotage Trump because they know he's doing well. They want to see him lose next week in Congress. Who's they?
This you? This you? This you, buddy? Corey? This you? Shut your fucking mouth, dude. Anybody got
Who's
time
they?
to put up
Is
with your
it-
bullshit?
Is it the two Trump-appointed Supreme Court justices? Amy Coney Barrett and Neil Gorsuch? Are they?
Are they?
Why would two Trump judges go against him and want to sabotage him? Riddle me that.
Practices that have led to our huge trade deficit.
Put a microphone on this guy if you're going to make him talk.
All of that come out, and we're going to keep.
Hey, Ludnick.
Hey, Lutnick.
We got some questions for you, Ludnick.
What did you have for lunch on Epstein Island?
Yeah, what did you eat? Was it jerky? You fucking
Several
pedophile bitch.
Republicans in Congress have supported this decision by the Supreme Court. And Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic leader, has called you a wannabe king.
Literally.
Why
I call
wouldn't
him a low IQ?
But why wouldn't
he doesn't even know? And I watched him the other day interview. The guy doesn't even know what a tariff is.
bipartisan?
You don't know what
criticism
a
of
tariff
the
is.
tariff. There's several
A few
Republicans
people.
have said that.
Yeah.
Why
Use them
wouldn't you
backwards.
just work with Congress to come up with a plan?
I don't have to.
To push tariffs.
I have the
through?
right to
There it
do
is.
tariffs, and
There
I've
it
always
is.
had the right to do.
He doesn't care
tariffs.
about
It's all been
Congress.
approved by Congress.
Right.
So there's no reason to do it.
No, the
All we're
fuck it
doing
hasn't been
is
approved
we're
by
going through a little
Congress.
bit more complicated process. Not complicated very much.
He has surgically removed the spine of almost every Republican congressman.
Like half sword.
Like half sword. I think who's left? Who's left? To Thomas Massey. is the only one that will stand up to Trump on things.
Is it Murkowski? Not Murkowski. Murkowski's the one in Alaska, right?
Yeah.
There was another Western state
Yeah, it was like a
Republican. I can't think of
Ohio,
who.
right? Not Ohio, Idaho, Iowa. One of them fucking states.
Yeah. West of the Mississippi, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I think it was the senator from Iowa. Let's see. And also the senator from Maine every once in a while. What's her name?
All the money from charities goes straight to the treasury. Yeah, we don't know that.
Prove it.
We don't know that. And also our national debt hasn't dropped a penny. So who knows where this money is going?
He's only increased our national debt. If we're being honest here, he increased it by $1.5 trillion last year. So
I mean, he spent what, 900 billion on ICE?
Yeah.
He literally took whatever fucking profit we would have made and gave it to the Gestapo.
Yeah.
Like, good job, guys. We almost made a profit, but dumbass decided to be racist. Good job.
But a little more complicated than what we had. We'll be able to take in tariffs, more tariffs.
Oh yeah, Susan
And the
Collins,
Congress
main
people-
senator.
and the
yeah.
Congress-
The Canadian tariffs last week,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
been votes
you
in the
know why?
Senate against it.
Yeah, because we lost 2 Republicans or 3 Republicans because they're not good Republicans.
Well, one of them passed away, Trump, and the other one was you ran out of Congress. God.
You don't say that we got 215 votes.
You need 218 for something to pass.
Yeah, sure we do. We might have lost 3 votes, and what was the score on the Republican side? 215 to 3, right? But you don't say that. We have great unity. There's great unity in the Republican Party, and I hope everyone's going to vote Republican because otherwise you won't have a country left. Because these people have been they are destroying our country.
You're literally breaking it
The
as we
122
speak.
tariffs, that 10%.
Yeah.
Is that going to be for 150 days, or do you want to charge that indefinitely?
We have a right to do pretty much what we want to do, but we're going to charge it starting effectively. I think
Wow.
it's 3 days from now. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, you speak to a lot of factory workers, a lot of manufacturing workers. What does the Supreme Court ruling say? What's that message to those factory workers?
Well, I think the factory workers are happy because we're now telling them that they're going to look. The man I met with yesterday, who owned a factory,
Lost
was out of
100,000
business.
manufacturing jobs
Was out
last
of
year.
business. And now he's employing 5 times. In fact, I walked in.
Who?
He's got a brand new crane. I said, "How old is that crane?" We got it in December. He's allowed to write it off in 1 minute. The Great Big Beautiful Act gave no.
He
tax
doesn't even
benefits,
remember
no
the
tax
thing
on
that he
Social
whined
Security,
about
no
the
tax on
title
overtime.
of.
He
I
said
know.
this.
He can't remember the
This
name of
great,
his
big,
own
beautiful
signature
bill,
piece of
frankly,
legislation.
has been the best thing that's ever happened for the workers much more so than for rich people. The only thing it does for rich people, it allows
Adrian.
them to hire a lot more people.
Adrian,
But
what's a
when
tariff?
I saw him, and then he said it's all up.
Adrian, who pays tariffs?
Yeah, here. Question for Adrian. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Let Adrian have the floor. Adrian, we have 2 questions for you. Question number 1. Let me get some suspenseful music here. All right, this is question number 1. Who pays tariffs? Everybody shut up. Give Adrian the floor. Adrian's got this. Come on, Adrian. Don't let us down. Adrian? Adrian! Come on. You can do it. We believe in you. We believe in you.
You can do it.
Come on, Adrian. Don't let us down. You can do it. Try. Just try, Adrian. Use your brain. Rub those 2 brain cells together. Get a spark.
I think Adrian swiped away.
No, Adrian.
Or Adrian is a bot. Either.
Come
Either
on,
or,
Adrian.
really.
Come on, bot. You can do it.
Up and down the line. This is a place in Georgia, all up and down. Other factories doing different, not only steel products, different. He said every one of us was out of business. We could barely make it. Some of them were down
Bob.
to less than an hour a week.
You're gross, dude.
Think of it. An hour a week to make just a few little trinkets or whatever they make.
I'll comply.
Now they're
Epstein
going
or
round
whatever.
the clock. I had it a month ago. I went to Michigan, went to Ford, and I met with Bill Ford, the head of Ford. And we were in one of the biggest plants, an original plant from the early 1900s, where, by the way,
That is not
just-
how.
I
That is
might add
not
this.
how it
It's
works.
not-
It's
That's
not.
not how it
relevant, but it's
works,
more
dude.
relevant. Murders.
It's for company. First of all, that's not even a thing. It's a tariff is a tax on imported goods on the importers. Okay, it's not a direct tax on us, but they pass the fucking cost on to us.
Because they're not going to just pay that shit. I'm just going to raise the price. I'm not going to just if my $10 t-shirt suddenly costs $15 to make, guess who's getting a $5 increase? You're punk ass. I'm not paying that shit. You're paying it. I got a business to run here. I can't lose $3 every shirt I make. I'm going to charge you.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, Doug. Appreciate you.
We like being liked.
Here. Did you hear that explanation? Like, you're missing the very obvious point that's right in front of you. Let's take coffee. Why would you tariff coffee, Bobby? Tell me, Bobby. I'll get the music going. But Bobby, why would you put a tariff on coffee? Dumbass, we already send our money to China. And then you know what China does? They give us stuff. That's how an economy, that's how trade works.
You guys want to live in a country where we don't do any fucking trade with any other country, then we're not gonna be a country for very long.
And if
the global economy.
If that's the way we want it to go, wouldn't you prep the landscape for a decade and then shut your borders and put up your big fucking iron golden dome of rocket defense and all this shit? Like, if you wanted to have an isolationist country like Japan did, you have to do certain things and you have to have certain resources available to you already. We like coffee. We like bananas. We like fruit in the winter.
We like vegetables in the winter that don't grow there. Like,
I ate a Caesar salad yesterday. That's not possible without global trade.
You know, if you want to live in an isolationist country, why don't you ask North Korea how that is?
They have there it is. Gina said at the same time.
Yeah. He wants to be North Korea.
It doesn't work. They're not winning over there.
And for everyone out there who's like capitalism, yay, all the time, these countries or these companies are not going to deal with that shit for very long. The tariffs, companies are not going to deal with that. That's why they're urging their governments to move away from trading with America.
Right.
Because they don't want to pay the tariffs.
Or they don't want to lose the business.
They also don't want to set up entire infrastructures in this country that don't exist. They don't want to pay for that. They either don't have the resources to or don't want to.
Pub Galaxy Full of Stars says USA and Israel, the new axis. Like, I'm not sure because I don't know how much of international news everybody ingests, but things are not calm and peaceful in Israel. Like homeboy Netanyahu was just on the stand probably like 2 months ago. Was that in the news? No. But he's been put on trial for corruption because he's insider trading and taking deals and doing it. So, I mean, you guys can keep thinking that these guys aren't crooks if you want to, but we have the clear eyes over here to acknowledge that both sides of the fucking aisle, including some foreign leaders, are they're all on the take. Like, this has nothing to do with finances and global trade. He's just stealing the money. He just fucking grinned and said, well, they didn't say I had to give it back. You think he's putting that towards fucking, the national debt, or do you think he's just going to squirrel that away for himself? Like, he's stealing your fucking shit, bro. I don't know how else to put it. Like, you're defending someone who's robbing you actively.
Yeah.
And who's clapping about how he can rob you.
He's taking your lunch money and then laughing at you for it.
And then the lunchroom attendant said, you need to give the lunch money. The lunch money should be returned.
Yeah.
And he's like, didn't say by me. And he's keeping your lunch money. And now you're over here like, let's make like North Korea. Driftless. What's up, dude?
He's down.
Fucking screen, dumbass. Who else would I talk about? You know, I can't. Even when it's literally his press conference and we're covering it. Oh, you got Trump deranged. No, let me just talk about fucking Joe Biden while Trump's on screen.
Yeah,
You know,
we
let's
came
talk
on here.
about Teddy Roosevelt. That's what we really
Right.
should be talking about. Teddy Roosevelt while Trump's on the screen.
We came on here to talk about breaking news that was happening in the moment, and it happened to be fucking Trump, man.
Allie.
What's up, Allie?
Allie in the hizzy faux shizzy.
Allie, that fucking
Fucking
mobile
thing
chat
sucks.
needs to be fucking moderated.
They're fine.
The lowest since 1900, around the time that he had this planned. That's 125 years. We have the lowest murder rate. Okay. And our crime is way down in the country. The factories that we're talking about, the people that we're talking about, they are so thrilled with Trump. So whether we charge
Where are they?
tariffs or whether we charge
He has
tariffs
Trump
under a
derangement
different section,
syndrome.
that's what we're going to be doing. There's no way we can lever. This is what happened to our country. This is why we owe $38 trillion, which we'll get rid of.
You're spending.
Pretty good course. We have a very incompetent Fed chairman
spends so
Who
much
you
likes high interest
appointed.
rates. For political reasons, he likes them. But we're going to have somebody very good. Interest rates should come down very substantially. I think we should.
I think
pay,
you dropped your
we should
dropped
pay
this
the
picture out of
lowest
your wallet there,
interest
bud.
rates on the planet. There should be no country, and we don't do that. We're number 38. This is just bad policy for a long period of time. But what's happened is we've made America strong again. We've made America great again. We should pay. As an example, the country of Switzerland, we were getting almost no tariffs from them. We had a $40 billion
What did they
deficit.
fucking send us besides
And the
chocolate?
prime minister called me up. She said,
Watch
"But we
this.
are a small country," because I said we're going to raise it to 39%
Swiss Army knives?
from nothing. That would have rendered
Go back,
them
go back.
not very successful.
Here's a funny one, Mikey. I want you to really read this one.
The problem is that we don't really export anymore. Most things we use are imported.
We're the world's second largest exporter. The world's second largest exporter.
That's like when people say we don't drill anymore. What are you talking about? What the fuck? What do you think they do in Texas all day? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's just wow.
The prime minister called me up. She said, "But we are a small country," because I said we're going to raise it to 39% from nothing. That would have rendered them not very successful, as opposed.
Joiners, he fucking did. Look at it. Look at this. Rewriting history over here. He didn't appoint Jerome Powell. In his first term, he fucking did. There's video of it.
Do you want me to fucking pull up the clip of him saying, "And now Jerome's gonna be so good. He's so smart, so smart." I'll get it.
All right.
Apparently, that's what we have to do.
Yeah, we just got to prove people wrong. He had.
All right, fine. This is our fucking life now, Tim. We have to fucking say obvious shit. People fucking tell us we're lying about it, and then we have to pull up clip of said obvious event. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now they're considered elite, but if we put a tariff, they would. And I realized then, she said, "But sir, we are a small country." I said, "You're a small country with a big deficit. For us, you're making a lot of money off the United States. If we do that, a lot of these elite countries, they're elite because we let them make so much money, and I want them to do well, but I don't want them to do well on the backs of the American taxpayer." So I appreciate your question. I think it's a reasonable answer.
President Trump, you said that you were disappointed with that, but were you surprised with this decision? What you felt when you?
I was surprised because I thought that what we did was, number one, according to, I mean, I read the paragraphs. I read very well, great comprehension. I read everything there is to read, and I said, we can't lose this case.
He doesn't know how to
We can
read.
when judges are political, when they want to be politically
Tim,
correct,
pull 'em
when they're
up.
catering to a group of people.
Pull him up. Front of the class, sir. Front of the class. You
Oh.
stop. No, pull up the
You
dude's
told me to
comment.
do it. You told me to do it.
Pull the guy's comment up. I got the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Pull it up.
All right. Here we go.
Hey, joiners, what's this?
As president, there are a few decisions more important than nominating leaders of integrity and good judgment to hold trusted positions in public office. And few of those trusted positions are more important than the chairman of the Federal Reserve. Accordingly, it is my pleasure and my honor to announce my nomination of Jerome Powell to be the next chairman of the Federal Reserve. Congratulations.
But wait,
there's more. He's costing us a lot of money. He's a terrible Fed chair. I was surprised he was appointed. I was surprised, frankly, that Biden put him in and extended him. But they did. He's not doing the right job. We should be saving $1 trillion a year in interest. You know, when he talks about cost, we should be saving. Think of it, $1 trillion a year. Add that with the tariffs and everything else. But he just doesn't want. He's a knucklehead.
Say you're sorry right now. Say you're fucking sorry. Say it.
We have to go out there and prove people wrong when they say wrong stuff.
Say it so I can screenshot it. Say sorry, I was wrong.
That's not true either.
You know it. You just got proved all the way wrong. Say it. Say sorry. Type the words SORRY. Come on.
The two Barack Obama Fed chairs were Ben Bernanke and Janet Yellen, who served until 2018.
See, it's hard being up here on the stage, you know, when everybody's just yelling from the crowd. But guess what? We've earned our spots up here. We come prepared. So make sure you come prepared. Aim for the king, don't miss. Anyway, back to Master Harkonnen. We'll be floating in the black ooze.
DC, maybe. I don't know what it is.
Trump fired Janet Yellen and then hired Jerome Powell. That's what happened. So
it's because when you read it, there's no other interpretation. There is no other interpretation. But it's okay, because what has come out, and I'll say it for the third time and maybe the last time in a while, is that we've taken the uncertainty of tariffs out, because we had uncertainty. We got sued by sleazebags. I know him well.
He is one of them.
That are very outside country, China-centric, but outside country-centric. And they're going to end up not doing.
Hey, bud, what jet did you just get?
America
talking about foreign countries.
Really, we're strong again. Hey, we have the strongest military. I rebuilt the military in the first term. We have the most powerful military. We make the best equipment, and even them, you know, we could do much better. We have people that get paid a lot of money.
We don't need
from
to
overseas.
manufacture.
Hope we don't need steel for
javelins
those
and all the different things. But when you want them, they're too slow, and we put them on notice, and they're going to make. Our country is building a lot of things right now, and our country is doing really well, and we're going to keep it that way. The bottom line is that the word certainty is now in the equation. Every single thing I said today is guaranteed certainty. It's been tested, as Jameson said 1,000 times. Literally, I said hundreds of times. He said, sir, actually thousands of times, and won in all of the courts.
I expect an apology when your timeout is finished.
The problem is that we had other presidents that weren't into trade.
I thought he froze.
Maybe they weren't business oriented. Maybe they weren't smart. We had
He
some
did for a
dummies
minute.
Too, you know, respectfully say we had some.
It wasn't the
dummies.
feed, it was him.
Yeah, I was like,
we are going to keep it going just as.
He almost pulled a Mitch McConnell there.
Catch you later, Metamole. What kind of dog do you have before you leave? What kind of dog is it? I want to know right now. Tell me.
I have pugs.
I have a Shih Tzu Maltese. I mean, a dire wolf pup, and he's gonna get a growth spurt any day now.
I have one of those
day now.
one of those giant like Great Dane dogs. That's what I got.
Yeah, a cane Corso.
Yeah. No, I have a tiny little pug dog.
Before, probably more so, but you're no longer going to be asked. Every time I got up, you'd ask, well, what happens if you can't charge tariffs? Now we can. And by the way, in their decision,
literally said
specifically
no.
said we can do these. We have alternatives. Yeah.
David, on the trade deals that were negotiated using IEEPA tariffs, do those stand now, or are they have to be
Well,
redone.
some of them stand, many of them stand, some of them won't, and they'll be replaced with the other tariffs.
Mr. President, on the Supreme Court justices who ruled against this the policy, striking it down, are they still invited to your State of the Union next week? And will you speak with them?
They are invited, barely. Barely.
Whatever, man. Who gives a shit?
3 are happily invited. No, they're barely invited. Honestly, I couldn't care less if they come. Okay?
Yeah, it's not like you have a bunch of court cases in front of them.
Thank you, Mr.
That's not improper. Let's have dinner.
Deal, which is the framework, which is to be signed with India sometime soon. Will that stand now? And on the decision, nothing changes.
No, nothing changes.
It's a hard draw, right? Like, shit. Nixon was really shit, though.
This is a reversal from what it used to be, as you know. India, and I think Prime Minister Modi is a great gentleman, a great man, actually. But he was much smarter than the people that he was against in terms of the United States. He was ripping us off in India. So we made a deal with India, and it's a fair deal now. And we are not paying tariffs to them, and they are paying tariffs. We did a little flip.
So as of now for this, Mr. President.
No, the India deal is on here.
So much, Mr. President.
All the deals are on it. We're just going to do it a different way.
Mr. President. Thank you so much, Mr. President. I think there's another war that you started and you should take the credit, which is in Syria. Secretary Rubio, after his meeting in Munich with the Syrian Foreign Minister and the Kurdish General Muslim Abdi, he said that President Trump was directly involved in efforts to stop the fighting between the Kurds and the Syrians. How will the administration will make sure that this peace is sustained? And do you support the idea
Well, it's a very different topic, and so I don't want to spend a lot of time, but all I can say is that the president of Syria, who I essentially put there, is doing a phenomenal job. He's a rough guy.
My Spartans.
He's not a choir boy. A choir boy couldn't do it. But Syria is coming together, really coming together well.
Oh.
And thus far, he's been very
differently
good to the
able
Kurds.
pup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a differently abled pug. He's got 2 wonky back legs.
Thank you, Mr. President, what's your message to the Iranian people after 2 rounds of talks with them? Do you have any message to the Iranian people?
Iranian people in Iran or people here?
People in Iran.
The Stam Reaper.
They better negotiate a fair deal. They better negotiate. You know, the people of Iran are a lot different than the
Collector of
leaders Iran.
trolls.
And it's very, very, very sad situation. But 32,000 people were killed over a relatively short period of time. They were going to hang 800 2 weeks ago. Hang some by crane. They lift them up with a tall crane and they play them around the square. They were going to hang 837 people. And I gave them the word, if you hang one person, even one person, that you're going to be hit right then and there. I wasn't waiting 2 weeks and negotiating. And they gave up.
He ain't out there telling ICE that.
He's bomb us. He's gonna blow up where ICE is because ICE is bad. It's like, you better not do it again.
I love how in Iran, if you hurt one protester, we're gonna come get you. But in America, well, those protesters had it coming. I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe Iran will bomb us. Yo, if the Ayatollah said that, if one more ICE guy hurts a protester, that would be fucking wild.
The hanging, they didn't hang 837. Supposedly, they didn't hang anybody. But no, I feel very badly for the people of Iran. They've lived in hell. Please.
Then why'd you blow up the prison?
Multiple times foreign influence over the Supreme Court. Do you have evidence of that? And if not, will you investigate that?
You're going to find out.
He's going to make some shit up, is what he said.
Alternatives are you going to put into place in your relationship with Europe, and also those tariffs that have been called illegal? How they're going to go impact the relationship with Russia? That you sanction.
Well, I want Europe to strengthen up. Europe has gone woke. Europe is not recognizable when you go into so many places. Not all countries. You look at Hungary. You look at Poland, Czech, Slovakia. There are some countries gone very much the opposite.
Is he short circuiting?
Some really fucking hard right countries in Europe too, huh?
Poland.
He was just like, oh, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, you know. Those hard right countries.
Erdogan.
Right. Hungary. Belarus.
Yeah.
You know, the guys that were at my peace conference yesterday.
Just the most gentle folk, you know, just the most gentle. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Ali. Go back like 10 maybe 15, 3 clicks, maybe. Bro, he kind of just like, I thought it was the feed, but everyone on the other little screen is moving in real time. It's him. He's glitching.
Look at Hungary. You look at
well,
Poland,
hold on. Now it's actually glitching.
Czech.
Oh yeah, his
Slovakia.
brain is.
There are some
He's starting to lose
countries
it.
that have gone very much the opposite. Some really, and some others. But Europe has to be strong, and they become soft and not recognizable. You go into some of the countries. I don't want to be specific, but I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. And
Bruh.
Come on.
Trump did all that shit in the last 2 weeks. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And
He's
we're not
standing next to. He's standing next to a guy who was like, "Yeah, I was at Epstein Island, so."
I mean, I was there for 1 hour with my 11-month-old and my 437-month-old and my nannies, and he's gross. I walked out of that room and he was gross.
The fucking meat sack in a suit next to him is Howard Lutnick. These two guys were fucking neighbors with Epstein.
Yeah. Yo, I wonder like when the glorious day happens, like how, you know, like in some cultures they're like, oh, you know, that old Tim Bristol, you know, they just kind of
we should spit on the ground every time someone mentions his name.
Trump tour. They're like Trump tour. That was the president, right?
Yeah, to the person who made that post, how many times has Trump been named in the Epstein files?
100 billion.
they're not recognizable. They become, the environmentalists have taken over. They've got windmills destroying their fields and their beautiful
he hates
meadows
windmills
so much.
their oceans, and they're paying a fortune. No, Europe has to get smart. Europe's getting killed on two things: energy and immigration. And if they don't solve both of them fast, Europe is not the
He's
same
gonna help.
Yeah, right.
Fortet and Barrett, are you surprised in particular by their decision today?
I
And
am.
do you regret nominating them?
I don't want to say whether or not I regret. I think their decision was terrible.
Currently, he does.
I think it's an embarrassment to their families. You want to know the truth.
Their families. A pox on your house, sir. A
Our
pox
Trump
on your house.
tour.
Specifically on that
Say it again,
$2,000
please.
tariff check.
Mr. President.
I didn't call you.
You didn't call me.
Yeah, Mr. President, to be clear, do you believe at the end of implementing these new tariff tools, the tariff rate and tariffs will ultimately be higher than they currently are?
Potentially higher. It depends, whatever we want them to be. But we want them to be fair for other
How's that
people.
for
We want-
stability?
you know, we have
How's
some
that for
countries
stability
that
in the
have treated
market?
us really badly for years, and it's going to be high for them. And we have other countries that have been very good, and it's going to be very reasonable for them. Yeah.
Specifically on the tariffs question, I mean, on the
didn't call you.
$2,000.
I didn't call you.
Mr. President, thank you, Mr. President. Do you have any plans to travel to India for the Quad Summit, and how do you think your relationship with India is right now?
I think my relationship with India is fantastic. And we're doing trade with India. India pulled out of Russia. You know, India was getting its oil from Russia, right? And they pulled
The
way back
shame.
at my request because we want to settle that horrible war where 25,000 people are dying every month. And my relationship with Prime Minister Modi is, I would say, great. I also stopped the war between India and Pakistan, as you know. There were 10 planes we shot down. That war was going and probably going nuclear. And just yesterday, the Prime Minister of Pakistan said President Trump saved 35 million lives by getting them to stop. That's and I did it largely with tariffs. I said, look, you're going to fight, that's fine.
Yeah,
but you're
man,
not
this
gonna
is
do
what,
business
what's
with
his
the
name?
United
What,
States, and
Bobby?
you're gonna
If he's
pay
still here, that's what
a
he fucking wants, man.
200% tariff each
This
country.
is going to age poorly.
And they called
Trust.
up and they said, we have made peace. Okay. I just want to thank you all. Look, great certainty has been brought back to the economy of the United States and actually the economy of the world, because we generate so much in the world. We're the biggest in the world, and we're now the strongest by far. We were a country that was dead. 1.5 years ago. Now we have the hottest country in the world. We're going to keep it that way.
Oh my
Thank you very much, everybody.
What does that even mean? What does
You wanna
that
hear
even mean,
something?
Mikey?
You want to hear something funny? Let's see. Look at this. I want you guys to just like listen for a second. You know what I mean? Just like listen to how he sounds.
My administration, I'm going to enforce all laws concerning the protection of classified information. No one will be above the law.
The lore.
Did he sound like that there?
I'm an innocent man. I did nothing wrong. And we will fight this out just like we've been fighting for 7 years.
I mean, if y'all can't hear, dude, he's like so out of wind. You know what I mean? Let me find something. Here's from 9 years ago.
If he builds the wall the way he built Trump
Oh, this is when he removed Marco Rubio's spine from his body.
This is the on-screen fatality.
If he builds the wall the way he built Trump Towers, he'll be using illegal immigrant labor to do it. The second.
We should go back and watch this fucking
man.
debate. Oh, that might be funny.
We should do that for Unbox and rate each of the candidates.
Yes, we'll do that next week. We'll have a chill week and watch the 2016 Republican debate.
Oh my God.
Oh, that was a train wreck. I'm thinking of like mad clips from that already.
Yeah.
Remember Jeb Bush?
Oh my God. Please clap.
Please clap.
So cute. Such a cute soundbite. But here's the guy that buys a house for $179,000. He sells it to a lobbyist who's probably here for $380,000, and then legislation is passed. You tell me about this guy. This is what we're going to have.
Here's
This
the guy
president.
that inherited $200 million. If he hadn't inherited $200 million, you know where Donald Trump would be right now? Selling watches in Manhattan.
Damn. On the streets. On the streets.
This is so like, wait, where's the AOC one? Oh man. Oh dude, I forgot how catty they were.
Yeah.
They
and
were
it's Trump.
So catty.
Trump brought it on, man. He started it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there
Girls are fighting, aren't they?
Whew. That was funny.
All right, Mikey. I got like 10 minutes
there's
before
more.
I turn into a pumpkin.
This time he lied. 100%. 100%.
You lied.
He doesn't sound like this anymore. He sounds like this.
He ain't got that fight in him no more.
He
He
sounds
ain't
like
got that fight
fucking
in him no more.
every day. He sounds more like Palpatine. I am the Senate.
About the Polish workers.
Yeah.
You lied to the
38
students of Trump
years ago.
University.
38 years ago.
Oh, he lied 38 years ago. All right. I guess there's a statute of limitation on lies.
Ooh, look at the two dudes standing on either side of Trump, man. What happened to them?
I don't know, man. They got where is it? They got the new merch. They got the new merch, the Make America Gag Again ball gag.
He snatched their souls, man.
Oh, hold on. Soybean farmer has something to say. They didn't ask him much. Oh, wait, anything.
Also like to take a moment to address today's Supreme Court ruling, and I would note that I did not change a single word in my speech via post the ruling. President Trump will always put our national security and Americans first. And as I have said before, the president has multiple tools in his toolbox. Let's be clear about what today's ruling was and what it wasn't. Despite the misplaced gloating from Democrats, ill-informed media outlets, and the very people who gutted our industrial base, the court did not rule against President Trump's tariffs. 6 justices simply ruled that IEPA authorities cannot be used to raise even $1 of revenue.
Which is what he was doing, idiot. That was the power. He's like, I have IEPA. With IEPA, I can do this. And with that. That's what he was fucking saying. So we're not stupid. We watched him say it. Do I have to pull the fucking clip up for you, soybean farmer? Scott Basement to the front of the class.
This administration will invoke alternative legal authorities to replace the IEEPA tariffs. We will be leveraging Section 232 and Section 301 tariff authorities that have been validated through thousands of legal challenges. Treasury's estimates show that the use of Section 122 authority, combined with potentially enhanced Section 232 and Section 301 tariffs, will result in virtually unchanged tariff revenue in 2026. And with
Man, that's because Kavanaugh did your homework for you.
Right. That's why they let him on the Supreme Court. Hey, I know I might have gotten drunk at a party and did horrible things to a young lady, but come on, guys, it's just a woman. Fools.
All right.
Fools of Tukes.
All right. That's about all I can stand.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Thanks everyone for watching this very special edition of Headliners. Breaking news.
No fucking way.
And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already.
These were the
Become a
free
member on
speech
YouTube. These were the free speech advocates.
And just to, help our process.
It's Charlie Angus here from Midas Canada, the Resistance Tour, and I watch the Bin Podcast Network. You got to watch it. Sign up, follow them.
So, Canada, just remember we have played that several times this week and on many other times previous weeks. So,
dear Canada, please don't hurt us.
I overall, Europe's about to use the fucking trade bazooka on us.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen here. Dumbass is going to actually piss them off, and they're going to devalue the shit out of our dollar until we beg for mercy.
Yes, indeed.
So get ready for hyperinflation, everybody, because dumbass doesn't understand geopolitics or global trade.
Well, we will see you all on Tuesday, unless fucking more breaking news happens. Who knows?
Please don't.
Please don't.
Please, no more news.
No more news. I beg of you.
Just everyone go to sleep until Monday.
So don't forget to drink your me.